Episode 13.
Welcome to the 60-minute shit show.
60-minute shit show. That's my
happening?
jingle. My
We need to
jingle.
come up with a jingle.
We need to come up with a jingle for real. How's everybody doing?
Good.
I have the worst allergies.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I still, every time I breathe, I get a little vibration in my lungs.
Yep. I don't have that yet, but I like halfway through the workday, I started sneezing and my eyes started getting irritated. And that's why when I know spring's hit, when my body's like, hey, fuck outdoors.
Yeah. I don't have allergies, but I've been having this weird chest pain these last couple days.
You dying?
I think
We
I'm
all
dying.
dying, nigga.
I think I'm dying. I don't know if I think I might have hurt myself or I'm dying. I don't know which one.
What kind of chest pain? Does it feel like a muscle chest pain? Or does it feel like your heart is not working correctly?
No, my heart is. I've been monitoring my heart like crazy since it started. Like I've been doing checking my heart rate and then getting my heart rate up and then stopping and then wait and counting it in a
Seeing how far
minute.
it takes you to recover.
In a minute, and it's
Yeah.
fine. It's normal.
You
So-
using the Apple Watch for that shit?
Yeah, I am.
Man, that shit will get you on it right away.
Yeah. So last week I did a 135 pound dumbbell flat bench press.
Dope.
Oh, yeah.
So I think I may have fucked something up.
Often when I do
I
chest,
agree.
I have chest pain.
Yeah. So yeah.
And it feels like kind of like like your sternum.
I'll be honest. I'm a hypochondriac though, and like it doesn't help.
You go
that
to WebMD.
I go to
you think
WebMD, and I'm like, yep, I can't go to sleep tonight. Might not wake up. Like I'm like super, and I think that
I'm
makes
just
it
the
worse.
opposite.
That
I'm
makes
just
it
the
worse
opposite.
all the
I'm
time.
like-
For sure.
I'll be near death, and I'll be like, I've been through worse.
Oh, dude, I'll be like, man,
And I'll pray.
Like
I'll
I'll
pray
pull a
about it.
muscle at work, like picking something up, because I have to pick up like 60 to 100 pound like pipe fittings all day, and I'll take breaths like the next day, and my chest hurts, and I'm like, man, what is that? WebMD's like, you got cancer.
Yeah,
you got-
and last summer, I went to the ER room. I didn't tell anybody this because I was having chest pains.
What's up, Christopher?
And I did the whole thing, and I don't have insurance, so when I got the bill, it was $2,000 for them to tell me I'm just fine.
Yeesh. Oh,
Damn.
God.
So like,
This is
Fuck
America.
that.
I gotta know.
Don't catch you tripping. No.
At this point, I got to know
Yeah.
that it's going down
Yeah.
before I go back.
Did you go to urgent care?
No, I went to urgent care, and there's like you have to go to an ER.
Oh, because they need to monitor that shit.
So
Yeah,
I did
man.
the EKG, I did the scans.
I'll
and it was
owe
like, oh,
Barnes
you're-
some money, and I'm gonna let y'all know. If I win $1 billion today, Barnes will not get that
ain't
motherfucking
getting-
money.
Yo,
You
so
can
check this
suck
out.
my dick.
What's
Cut
up,
my
y'all?
lights
So
off,
check this
Barnes.
out. So check this out.
Cut my lights off.
Talking about how expensive healthcare and shit is. My wife and I had a kid last year. My wife had the kid. I just watched.
Congratulations.
Thank you. We went to the doctor like 4 days earlier than when my daughter was born because we thought her water had broken. And they checked. That wasn't the case. We went back home. My daughter was born a week later, right? When we got the bill for her being born was the same price as the bill of us checking to see if her water had broken.
Yeah.
Same fucking price. And the reason that the other one, that the check was more expensive is because that wasn't covered by insurance because it wasn't actual birth.
Wow.
So like going to check for them to be like, no, you're good, go home for another week, cost as much as a human being born.
That's crazy.
I was like, oh, okay, cool. So we're going to wait until the next kid's fucking coming out.
Yeah, I don't know who paid for it.
They're going to
Nas
throw me a
being born,
kid
but
for that
whatever.
price. I need a little house servant or something. Like throw me something. Like somebody on their deathbed. Throw me something here.
Yeah, man.
God damn it.
I played basketball yesterday with my middle school class, so I think I'm fine. Like,
Yeah, you bet.
I'm nothing's gonna stop working. So.
Yeah.
I got the dude who serves me coffee all the time. He said his heart rate can't go above 128.
That's a problem.
He's
Hold on.
like, so he's got to live like a.
Yes,
He's got to
I've
live a
seen
very
text.
chill.
Wait. Hold on. First of all, that's hard to do. If you like, now that I've been monitoring my heart rate, like when I wake up, when I take Ace on a walk, I'm at 100, 108.
Yeah, I don't think
Like,
he has any pets or anything.
That's
And he's not out of shape. I think he eats very well.
Now.
that's scary.
Yeah, it is scary.
So he
I
like
was
if he goes over, he's in trouble.
I was like, so you can like bike ride? I was talking about.
No, you can't
I was
bike
talking
ride.
to the other barista about riding bicycles and shit, and he was like, I can't do it. I can't do anything physical like that.
He can't beat up that yoni. That's the problem right there. You can't get your hut.
What? You can't go.
What?
You can't pump hard. Like you can't.
I mean, he gotta.
Nah, bro.
That's like
He
some
gotta let her
crank
ride
shit.
it. He
Was
gotta
that
let her
that
ride it.
Jason Statham movie?
You
Like
gotta
this
let
the-
her ride it, man.
That's the
Yeah,
reverse
yeah,
of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
My
crazy.
God. That's what purgatory
I
is.
wonder what I need an Apple Watch just to monitor what my heart rate gets to when I'm fucking.
You
Yo.
probably don't.
I got a real bad habit
You
of
gonna feel
not
bad.
breathing.
You gonna feel bad when that
I would
motherfucker say
be-
70.
I would, I would be
not.
lying if I didn't say that I deliberately kept it on one time to check.
Oh my
Sometimes I do. I got this real bad habit of not breathing
I'm
while
so
I'm
glad my
fucking
wife doesn't listen.
because I don't want to be like moaning and shit on some weak ass shit.
You
So
don't
I
wanna-
just like
you don't
hold
wanna
my
moan.
breath. I'll be like,
Men don't moan. They be like they'll do anything but. Like they'll be like shit. Fuck.
and
Like
then
that
when I'm
They're
done,
cuss, but they won't moan.
like I've been holding my breath the whole time, and I'm like, whoo, oh my god, damn.
I do the Black Panther soundtrack in there, get to hitting them. You know what I'm saying? Woo!
Hit that
No.
Ric Flair.
You know
That's
what I'm
funny.
saying?
Female sex sounds generally are like, this is fun. Male sex sounds are generally like the same noise you make when you stub your fucking toe. Just like,
Oh, oh. I mean, we was watching this fucking porn
conversation is too
as
much.
minors, and
As minors.
they had this scene where the fucking cam like zoomed in on the girl, but dude like came like right at the same time, so her mouth was wide open, and he was like, oh, so it looked like she was going, oh. I was like, dog, they didn't catch that in the editing, dog.
That's ridiculous.
Like,
They needed you, Nate.
They needed
to
me.
catch that.
oh, we
In
just
editing.
rewound it
Or
for
they-
like 5 minutes.
or they
like,
did catch it in editing and they did it on purpose.
Yeah.
My God, this
Apparently,
is America.
the dude in that porno, he's like well known for screaming very loud every time. I think it's
So that's like two things Donald Glover didn't put in the video: the medical shit and the porn shit. That's how he fucked up with his "This Is America" video.
Let's talk about This Is America. That is the first topic.
This
that
Is
was a
America.
great segue. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
This is America. Childish Gambino.
That segue
Has
was-
everyone seen the video?
Yes,
Yeah.
many times. That segue was sneaky as fuck, but I like it.
I mean, I really think that though. Like, I'm thinking about it. Like, it was a little scarce. I do like the video, but I'll let you do your run.
Yeah,
I-
go for it. Go for it.
I don't have anything specific to say about it. I thought it
No.
was an amazing video. I'm not a huge fan of the song. I wouldn't have liked the song without the video. You know what I'm saying?
True.
Like if
heard it
if
on
I
the
had just
radio
heard
today.
the song, I would not. It would be like, it's cool. But I've been a fan since Cul-de-sac, so like,
Yeah.
I have a lot of listening to Childish Gambino
you got
under my
Bino
belt.
love. You got Bino love. Yeah.
I love the song. I'm not a huge Gambino fan. I think if I heard the song first, I actually did. I didn't watch the video. I listened to the song first, and I don't know. I love the song. Like I love the transitions of the beat, and I love the way he rapping. I love the fact that he's not doing that weird thing with his voice where he's trying to sound like Eminem, and he kind of just letting his.
Yo, I see what you're saying. The more aggressive.
Yeah, I like that he just kind of flowing on there, and he
Yeah.
and he sounds like himself. I
Man.
like that beat. That beat is fucking nasty to me.
Yeah. Bino has changed a lot.
He's very
As
very
a-
adaptable.
Yeah. And like
Yeah,
He's almost a chameleon when it comes to music.
yeah, but I also like I think just in his public appearance, like when I saw him when he was doing comedy and like Community, his interviews he was more like this is going to sound weird. He seemed more like aware and like here and like trying to do a thing that was like the way interviews
he
and
was
shit
trying
are
to be
done.
clean.
Yeah. And now that he's like making his own shit, making his own music, directing his own, like he's being him, and I like him Bino more because like Donald Glover now, like when he talks, he's chill and he's just like, yeah, like whatever, like, and that wasn't him a few
Right.
years ago.
Yeah, it's like he was trying,
Yeah, he was
and
trying
now
to meet a
he's just
thing.
being himself.
Yeah,
He's doing
and it's coming off better.
he's doing what everyone who does anything creative should strive for, and that's grow exponentially.
yeah,
Like, because if you go back and like, even with his acting and his writing, and now his music, you can hear the evolution,
yeah,
and it's kind of dope because you can like. There was a point in time when he starts working with Ludwig,
yeah. Ludwig Göransson,
Yeah.
the dude that did Black Panther.
and even he's growing because he's growing with Donald. Like they're growing together,
Yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
they're evolutionizing into like this what you would expect a huge orchestra to make. There's just two guys making it.
And like that relationship, I think is very much like a very creative, outside the box thinker meeting a very classically trained music composer and bouncing off of each other and like making each other better. And that's something that's super cool.
I
and
think
not a lot of people do.
he on that same like personality wave of like J. Cole right now. Like J. Cole he was trying to sell an image at first, and then
Yeah.
first, and he says it in a rhyme. He says, "From here on out, you know what I mean. I'm not worried about what you think of me, like how I look or anything." I think Childish Gambino is taking that same approach
He's
on life, and
Yeah.
and it's making everything he does better. It's making his comedy better. It's making, his fucking songs better, and all that. I don't
He's
know
what
this is.
he's what we all kind of wanted Kanye to become. I feel like he's on that trajectory.
Yeah, yeah.
I can't wait to talk about that because
Like beard and fro Bino is a good look too. Like
we should have saw this coming.
I dig it.
Yeah, we got to hold the Kanye because that's coming up later on in this show.
Yeah, we'll talk about him.
Well, one of the backlashes, which is super, super, super weird to me. I think. All right, I was telling this to Erin last night. I don't think she understood what I was saying. You guys know about Black Twitter, right?
Yeah,
No.
no. Black Twitter.
I have heard of
I am-
God, Black Twitter.
Okay.
I really would like to somehow establish myself in Black Twitter.
Isn't that from American Gods?
Like I
The Black
started like
Twitter guy?
following.
No,
Like
don't
I
know.
started following like
That's really
all the
funny.
like high.
That's really funny
the
that you
Black
thought that.
Twitter like people. Like I started following them and shit. Like I need to be in that scene.
It's this weird.
So what is this thing? Tell
It's
me
a
about it.
weird. It's just a weird online community that's not really a community, but it's just
Twitter.
it basically things that there's certain things that you're like people like someone who's not black who have like if you follow a lot of people on Facebook that aren't black, they may be talking about one thing, but if you follow predominantly black people on Facebook or Twitter, they're talking about something else.
Yeah.
And that name has become Black Twitter on Twitter. And I was telling Aaron last night, like on my Facebook, I call it the Black Facebook because most of my followers and friends and
The
fans
blacklist.
are black people. They're talking
blacklist.
about interracial dating because this meme popped up about Donald Glover and his he made this super woke This Is America video, super
Yeah.
woke,
Yeah,
like
for real.
layered with political
Yeah, so much symbolism and shit.
Symbolism.
Yeah, for real, all over the place.
layered with it. And the argument is when his wife or his child's mother is white. So the argument is you can't be woke and date outside of your race.
That's fucked.
I don't think that's true. You meet somebody you love or like a lot, then that's just what it is. Donald Glover is not around that many fucking black people. So at first anyway, or maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah,
It's
I was about to say,
definitely not-
We don't really
how
know.
do you know that shit?
We don't
Definitely,
really
definitely,
know.
but not in the industry. You know what I
Well,
mean? Not
yeah.
his profession. Not as a writer from SNL. Not as a writer for Third
mean-
Rock. He's not around a lot of black people.
Yeah.
You hang out with this girl who you end up liking, and she the other race. So be it. That don't take away your
that might have
passion
happened,
for
but,
how you feel about black people. I know Derek over here is very passionate about
Call me
black
Doug,
people.
goddamn.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
There's no one here named Derek.
No, I don't care. People
Tech
know
is
my
super
name.
passionate about the black people.
G5G.
You know what I mean? But he also dates white women. That doesn't take away. It doesn't mean any. If
means
if
a
he
lot.
slapped the shit out of you for saying nigga, and you're not black, he still got that right. That right is not taken away because he
Like,
fuck white women.
Who you date doesn't change the color of your
Listen,
skin.
okay,
This has
you
been a
guys,
hate Nate moment.
I knew you guys would understand this. I could pull up 10 screenshots from Facebook posts of people saying that it's wrong, that you can't do that. And I want to talk about this with you guys, with Nate and Siraj in particular, because I think the one group of people that I see have the biggest problem with it is black women.
Right. Who I only dated. I've never dated a white woman. Like,
I just
you
don't
know what
like
I'm saying?
him.
Been
That's
out there. But no, what I was gonna say about Donald Glover though, I watched his 2014 interview that the Breakfast Club put up today. You know what I'm saying? Because they was trying to grab
Yeah, I
them
saw
clicks
that. I
up.
saw that.
And his dude was hella awkward. I seen a lot of interviews, even a Hot 97 interviews was saying like he used to have like major body odor problems. You see what I'm saying? Like Ebro had to like, hey bro, like is that you? And then he was like, oh yeah, that is me. Like on some, so like he's an awkward kid. He was raised a Jehovah's Witness, so his curiosity is probably one of the main reasons why he can adapt so fast. You feel me? But I think yeah.
He's adopted too, ain't he?
He might be shit. You Jehovah's Witness. Anything's possible in your path. You know anything can happen. You can't even.
But I think anyone who says, and I've seen so many people, men and women too, but mostly women, with a problem with it.
Right.
What do you think that comes from?
Well, I mean,
What do you mean, dating white women?
No, like saying that you can't be woke and date a white person, or you can't date it. You shouldn't date outside your race. Like, What is
I
that?
don't think that. I think you should date outside your race first of all, so we can get rid of that shitty ass melanin or lack of. But
Yeah, I'm about to say clean that up, Nate.
I don't care. So I don't know. Like I agree.
Is it
with
racism? Can we call it racism?
Yeah.
No, it's not racism.
No,
Why
you
is it
can't
not
call
racism? Hold on. Why is
It
it
could be
not
bias.
racism?
It could be
Well,
bias.
then what is racism?
I
Is
think
it
it's
racism bias?
I mean, it's a different
You have
form
to have
of
power
bias
over
with,
somebody.
you know what I'm saying? With a few more attachments.
Y'all gotta understand.
Like
I mean,
what?
because they
Hold on,
wouldn't
no,
have
hold on,
bias if
hold
it
on.
was racism. They wouldn't have two different words if it didn't have two different
No, that's not true.
applications and
That's not
distinctions.
true. That's not true. Because bias.
Your bias-
Bias can be applied to anything.
But
Like-
your bias-
like this
Right.
test is biased towards people who are right-handed. Like
Right.
that
It's-
just means it leans in one way. But racism is like
It's
it's
not-
ethnocentrism. It's like this race is better than this race. These races are different, and I don't like them because they are different. It's like a xenophobia.
It is.
It's
yeah.
not racism.
But I
if
mean, that's not what's happening here.
The
It
bias.
Ain't no black
if the
women about
bias,
to, assert dominance over no group.
if the bias does not handicap them,
I disagree,
it's-
See,
man.
this
it
is a
can't represent
connotation
racism.
of racism that I
And
don't think
you're
is
actually
real.
you're actually empowering.
Really?
You're giving people more power, and you're taking away your power. For
Hey,
one,
I
like,
don't.
if
I don't
someone
like a
says-
certain group of people,
If Becky's dad says she can't date
and I don't
black
give them
people,
student loans
that's
because
what?
of it, that's
Racism.
racism.
right? If Lamar says my daughter can't date white people, what is that?
What is that affecting? Is that going
Doesn't
to
matter.
change the outcome of their life?
You can't give
Here's the thing, though.
that much
Racism-
power away.
Here's the thing, though. Racism isn't racism. It's the weird thing that is
I'm
ha-
black
that
as hell.
I-
I can't be racist.
That's I don't think that's true. Racism doesn't mean
Can't-
you can
I'm
exert
not gonna
power
change
over
anybody's
somebody.
life
Hold on.
But that's-
because I don't like a certain group of people.
I
What's-
want to
what's
read
the
this
internet
comment.
saying?
It
Yeah,
says
go ahead.
black people can be racist as well. Saying we can't be racist because we don't have power is like saying I don't have power. We all have power. We just haven't realized it. Shout out Oliver.
Oh, get the fuck out of here with
I
that
agree with
spiritual
that.
bullshit.
Nah, it's not spiritual.
Nah,
You're
get
giving
the
up
fuck
all your
outta here.
power, saying like you can't be. First of all, that's ignorant, which is lack of knowledge.
I don't
You're
care.
saying that you can't be racist because you don't have power. Like your racism doesn't
Bruh,
affect anything.
My
That's-
racism is not going to affect
As long as you're a race,
their
you can be
goddamn
racist.
day.
As
If
long as
I-
you're sex, you
listen,
can be sexist.
Listen, if I own a store and some white dude come in the store and I be like, hey, that shit $90 for you, then that's racist. Just because I don't like that motherfucker, I got every reason not to like that motherfucker.
I personally leave racism for large structural institutions. I leave bias and discrimination for individual.
I'm biased
you know
as
what I'm
fuck.
saying,
I'm gonna let y'all know
exchanges.
that right now.
I think
See,
that
but
may. Go ahead.
No, my bad. I jumped in. You ahead.
No, I was just gonna say I think there has to be some kind of distinction for, you know what I'm saying, what large institutions and, you know what I'm saying, machines are able to do. Like the
Yeah.
machine of, you know, getting a bank loan, the machine of, you know what I'm saying, teaching people financial literacy early, and, you know what I'm saying, the machine, like what we didn't jump into the Meek Mills, you know what I'm saying, criminal, you know what I'm saying, justice reform situation and shit.
But we
I
do. But
think
we
that-
do have words for that, though.
Right. But
Like
I
we've
think
got
that's just a good
institutional racism.
I think that's just a good example for how the bias and discrimination for him as an individual ended up turning into racism when he ended up coming into contact with the justice system. That's when it transferred. You see what I'm saying? People was biased against him because of his age, or, you know, discriminate against him because of what hood he came from. But by the time he got to the criminal justice system, it's full blown racism. I don't want to hear nothing about your individual story. You was a black dude here. You know, you got to
Okay,
get.
So
some,
all
you
you're
gotta
doing,
get
all
time.
you're doing is saying that you ignore all of anything else unless it's racism on a certain level. Is that
Bruh.
what you're saying?
No,
All
I
right,
was saying.
Let's say
because-
Nathan is racist. Let's say I'm racist as fuck. I've been racist for self-preservation reasons. I can't trust every white motherfucker I meet.
You
I
can't
do
trust
that.
every black motherfucker you
And
meet.
I don't.
So that doesn't make any sense. Like,
Man,
here's the
I'm
thing.
apprehensive. You gotta prove it
But,
to me.
But that you,
I
you
ain't
just
gotta.
the
You ain't
you-
got technically have to prove it.
But the you're using right now is
I don't care.
It's unilateral. It's everybody. You said you don't trust black people. You don't.
I don't
white
trust
people.
cops, and I don't trust
Right, but like
some other motherfuckers.
you don't trust people, but you don't have a distinction. The problem
do
I
have a
have
distinction.
the problem I have with describing racism as only being racist if it's able to affect someone else on a power level.
I'm racist
Is
as
it
hell,
sounds
then.
like an excuse for people to be racist and write it off as not being racist.
Yeah.
Like racism is prejudice against a different color than you.
Right.
Is
period.
Wakanda
in
racist?
a group.
Yeah.
In a group setting. I'm
Wakanda's
sorry.
racist.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the point.
That was kind of the point
That's
of the movie.
the point of the movie.
That's literally the point of the movie.
Yeah.
You know why they racist?
Y'all
Because
serious.
they raped the rest of fucking Africa.
No, here's the thing. If
So
you
I
watch-
need a fucking
Hold on,
bias.
see,
No,
see,
if
here's
you
the
watch-
thing. Here's
if
the
you
thing.
watch
Here's the
Buddy-
thing.
I
here's
need
the-
a bias.
Here's the thing. You're putting.
Is it
He's putting all his.
racist?
Hey, let him
Is
talk,
it
Nate. Let him talk.
racist
Y'all didn't piss
that
me
there's a
off.
fucking
Nate's mad.
warning out in Missouri for a travel warning for black people in Missouri?
Nate's
Is that
super
racist?
mad.
Nate, stay with him.
And it
man.
got to be biased, right?
Stay with him with Wakanda.
What
I
are you
can't
I don't know
go
what
in
you're
every
talking
fucking
about.
restaurant. I can't go in fucking Courtesy Diner in the middle of Missouri. That's fucking racist. That's just, get the fuck out of here.
See, no, what you're doing,
shit's
what you're
crazy.
doing is you're assigning degrees of racism and the
I'm just saying,
importance
I got
of
to be
such.
careful. Them motherfuckers ain't really got, they ain't got shit to worry about.
I just don't know the situation where a black judge or a black politician has looked on a poor person that's white and then told them or made a decision based on that. I just don't know. Them
We're
cases,
not.
so-
We're not saying.
So when I'm,
what,
so when I'm
what
saying,
you're thinking is what
so-
you're not
Hold on,
you're not
okay, go
able to
ahead.
disassociate your experience with racism and how you feel about racism
not mine.
with what's like actually happening. If I'm in a bar and someone says some racist shit to me, they have no power over me. It's still racist. If we're at a bar,
It's not racist.
all right. We're at a.
He's biased.
We're
He's
at Atomic
discriminating
Cowboy.
against.
Nate, listen,
he's
listen to me.
assuming some shit. No,
Listen to
it's
me.
not on every
Listen
level.
to me.
I got you.
I'm at Atomic Cowboy, and all of a sudden, Tom Beats is calling these young men the F word, and then me and my friend Charlie had to put hands on him. What he was doing was homophobic, right?
Okay.
Right?
Oh, right.
All right. So anyone can do it. Is the point? Anyone can be racist. Anyone can like. You can be. The argument is you can't be black people can't be racist. Yes, you can.
Oh, well, I'm racist.
You're racist.
I'm racist.
So we
Nate's
can
racist.
It's a
get back
racist.
to why you can't be interracial. Just to jump back on it, why you can't. Well, I'm not saying why you can't. Why it's difficult
I don't think that's true.
for you to be in an interracial relationship and still be pro something. You know what I'm saying?
I think we agree that you can.
No, I mean no, you can't.
You don't.
I mean, I'm not
okay.
gonna say
So you don't
an
think you
extreme
can.
thing. It's a very thin fence that you're eventually going to fall off on the wrong side. So I don't advise it. You see what I'm saying?
Interesting.
Because one, integration has failed, and most people don't have that conversation. And the dream of integration that they sold us versus what's really happening today is two different things. All right? So then when you got extremists on each side, you got extremists on each side, whether it be the political side or whether it be, you know what I'm saying, people representing their identity politics. They're extremists right now. Everybody's on the extreme level. So all I'm saying is that, like, I watched the Donald Glover 2014 interview. He literally said out his mouth, I can't be with a white woman because she won't understand when I come home and I got this certain, you know what I'm saying, anger against the world, or I got some kind of situation. This is out his mouth in 2014. You see what I'm saying? So all I was saying is that as a person that's never dated outside my race, for that same reason that Donald Glover said, it's not that I don't have a problem with those women or whatever, but you know what I'm saying? I find it a hard time being with a woman that don't look like my mama. I don't even know how you do that.
To me,
You see what I'm saying?
that's a large level.
That's not racism.
To me, it's a large level of closed-mindedness.
That's not closed-minded. This is what I'm saying. I'm just saying that didn't nobody teach me that. I'm just saying that
But you're also-
the woman that I'm looking for is like my mother. And in since there's so many, I'm just saying, you see what I'm saying? That's not me being racist.
No, I do see what you're saying, but you're
Most
also
white women
assuming
just not shaped the
you're
way I
also
need them to
assuming
be shaped. That's all.
Hold up, but you're also assuming for an entire race of people that they can never empathize or at least sympathize with you, right?
No, not a whole race of people. That's not what I'm saying.
No,
I'm just saying,
but you just said that like you don't
a-
date outside your race because what Donald Glover said. What Donald Glover said is that a white woman can't understand him.
yeah, that's one of many reasons why I don't. You
But
know
if
what I'm saying?
if that's a reason, that's writing off white people.
No, that's not. I'm not writing it off. I'm just saying that there's a high. No matter how much you empathize and you sympathize, it's not this. You can't get that same. You know what I'm saying? You can't get that same spark.
You're speaking from a place of ignorance because you don't know that.
Like take it from a dude.
Okay.
Take it from a dude who's been with a white woman for 11 years. Everything I go through, maybe she hasn't like experienced exactly that thing.
Yeah, it's rough
like-
on them too.
But not everyone in this world can experience everything, but they can witness it, right?
Okay, that's
Yeah.
cool. I
And
don't
so,
want that
like-
flavor though. That's just all I'm saying. I'm a digress. I'm a compromise.
that's-
Y'all probably right. but I want the authentic flavor. I want to know for sure.
That's saying white women are
that's
authentic.
prejudice. Yeah, that's
No, I'm not
prejudice,
saying
dog.
authentic to the experience. They not authentic to the experience. I
They're-
mean, they don't have the same ancestors as me. So if I'm personally, I'm gonna be honest with you. Me personally, if I'm into ancestor worship,
That's a good question.
you see what I'm saying? And I got a certain, you know what I'm saying, way, and I'm raising my children, or the certain way that I want to honor, you know what I'm saying, our family and stuff. That has
Okay.
to, a lot of that has to be authentic.
Okay, so let me ask a question. If we're talking about being able to have authentic experiences, right, and being able to be like with that authenticity, does that make me unable to be woke because I've never been harassed by the police?
Oh, of course, no.
Does that
No.
make me unable to be woke because
I don't even.
I grew up with a white family? You see what I'm saying? Like, as soon as you start saying that because you have a different experience than me, you can't be authentic, you can't be woke, that shit encroaches on other people. I was raised by a white family. I grew up in St. Charles around white people. I have
Right.
mostly white friends. I've dated white women. Does that
Yeah.
mean I can't be woke?
Yeah, you can be woke to the experience that you don't have access to what I'm talking about.
But
'Cause
that's
you
but
wasn't
you're saying, but you're
raised-
saying that I can't be woke about like the
No,
plight that
I
black
mean,
people
bro,
go
we
through.
can both learn about the JFK conspiracies. Yeah,
I
but
gotta-
I'm gonna be real with you. Like,
But I can't
if you
be as
wasn't-
angered about black. I can't be as angered about police
No, I'm
violence
not
against
saying you
black
can't
people.
be. No, of
that,
course,
like,
that's
you can.
That's surface level. I'm gonna be real with you. That's surface level stuff. You see what I'm saying? But if you are, you know what I'm saying. How's the best way to say this, Nate?
I don't know.
I'll say. Let me
I'm
interject
kinda
because
split.
I'm getting
I'm kinda split.
I'm getting a little angry at
I'm
you.
kind of split
at-
in this
Let me say something.
because I believe in interracial relationships, but
I know
Yeah.
I'm gonna get off topic because you're what you're trying to do is compare scars or something or plights, but
No,
that's
not plights.
that's completely ridiculous because like when I met you you was the first person I met who had both parents. Like I was, you know,
Right.
like you had a 2-story house and a beautiful dog and a minivan.
Exactly.
Like I never saw anything like that.
No.
I grew up with crack around. You know what I'm
Exactly.
saying? Like so that plight shit, like that has to be
No,
thrown
I'm not
out the
talking
window.
about a plight. I'm talking about a reinvigoration of having, you know what I'm saying, family politics. And all that was great, but that doesn't mean that, you know what I'm saying, I have what you had access to. You see what I'm saying? You might have had access to a whole different, you know what I'm saying, level of training, which I didn't have.
So the fact that everyone is different then
And this is-
means that anyone can be racist.
I'm
If
just-
we're gonna say that anybody can have an authentic experience to their own, then anybody can be racist. If I told my daughter, don't fuck with them white people, that's racist. If my wife's parents said, don't talk to that half black nigga, that's racist.
Right.
If a dude that lives out in the boonies says, don't hang out with black people, racist. If a black family in Harlem says, don't fuck with white people, that's racist. Because what you're doing is you're saying a person's skin color and their race is the definition of their character.
I
Would
think
you
we're
date-
getting lost on the labeling. I don't condone it, but do I give a fuck whether we call it racism, bias, or discrimination? No, I really don't.
But
You
it
know,
is
at
what
the
it
end of
is.
the day. You know what I mean? It is what it is.
But
It's
would you
not-
date a biracial woman? Someone in the Melanie asked that question
Well, I mean, would I date them?
because you seem very strong that you don't date
I
outside
mean, I
of
just
your race.
ain't never had that chance. I ain't be real. I ain't never
You've
had
never
that
dated a
opportunity.
biracial woman,
No, I'm not talking about that. Of course I have. I mean,
and that's okay.
bruh, like I'm gonna be real with you. My great grandfather is European. I'm not far removed from having some kind of European ancestry, so I'm not
I mean-
one to be talking about something about what I will and won't do. I am just saying for the socioeconomic background upon which I am born in this time and date in America, it is not to me advantageous on the path that I've chosen. That's all I was saying.
you hit him with that word advantageous.
You know
That's
what I'm
how
saying?
get
You
out.
didn't know how to
That's
say
how
it.
you- I can't even.
But
But we can
Yeah,
jump on the next one. I was just saying, as group,
That's why I like Siraj
as a group,
when he
I
here
fuck
because he can
with
say
it.
the big words.
You see what I'm saying?
that
As
I
a
be
group, I
thinking.
fuck with it. I would never try to control a whole group. You see what I'm saying? But I can see the fence that we straddle. That had, like, just to bring it back to the topic, Donald Glover, 2014, in the interview saying this. You know what I'm saying? Out loud.
but
and
since
now
Honestly,
he's
think
somewhere else.
If you vibe with somebody, you vibe with somebody.
That's
you know,
right.
Devil's advocate.
I would call
Is it
Ben
preference
my
or
best
racism?
friend.
It depends on how distinct your preference is.
I think his preference is just to
If you're-
date like black women. I think he's being racist.
I like black women.
If your
I'm
preference
probably
is
discriminating. It's gonna take a lot for me to open my eyes, but I mean that's just what it was.
For
I
me,
mean,
this is the difference between white women and black women. I think about 20% of white women are attractive. I think about 85% of black women are attractive. You get what I'm saying?
So like,
No, they
That's
don't.
it.
You have a preference.
That's just a
No,
preference.
they don't. Yeah, I mean, like I said,
It's
and
very. I
have
just find
no-
it very interesting because I have not always been this open. It took me till I was about 30 to be open to date any race, because up until that point, all I ever knew was one thing. But then when I started traveling and seeing the world and being around different people and being around different cultures and just being kind of, I guess, open to other
Yeah.
experiences.
Yeah,
That's when I started dating outside of my race, and I've dated outside of my race almost with every race. Like,
And I,
Cool,
like
man.
I said,
Spread
I
that
know,
have-
like,
I
You doing the world a better favor of spreading that melanin.
exactly. I got friends.
guys
You
are
know what I'm
crazy.
saying? We
I
ain't
seen
talking
that.
about.
I remember I seen Ben. Y'all know I went to a county school, but I ain't never hang with no motherfuckers. I remember when I seen Ben sitting on that couch, red as this motherfucking apple cup in here, and I said, "Why would you want to pass that on to your kids? Sitting in that sunlight, you can't take the sun, nigga. You can't do
Nah.
that. You in here peeling.
Look at
Look
him.
like you
Look,
dying on the
racist.
couch.
I can't. Like,
so next topic.
so hold on, hang on. I want to at
That's
least. I
racist
wanna,
as fuck, that.
I know you want to move on. I want to
It
be
ain't
real
my
quick.
fault. It's a
I wanna
recessive
be-
gene. That's science.
In a real,
Motherfuckers be so mad at me when I say
Motherfucker,
that
let me
shit.
say
That's
something.
science.
Let me say something.
Your ass can't be in the sun too long either, nigga.
I don't.
Neither can you.
No one can be in the
I sit
sun
out
too
there-
long,
I sit out there, I
motherfucker.
tan well, baby. I
Shut
brown
the
up like a chicken.
Fuck. What?
You ain't been outside long to
He
get
says I
sunburned.
brown up like a chicken, the whitest meat that exists. Anyway, real quick, if we're gonna revisit the original question, are these people saying that Donald Glover can't be woke because he's dating a white woman correct
I don't
or
think
incorrect?
that's true.
Well, I'll just,
Incorrect.
They're
What do you-
correct.
I'll just say this.
He says they're correct.
All the people saying that you can't have no power. They only Facebooking and tweeting a small amount of fucking friends who probably don't really give a shit what the fuck they're saying. And Donald Glover has made a worldwide impact with 60 million views in 2
Right.
days.
Fuck
So
yeah.
get the fuck out of here.
And I'm gonna be real. Today's definition of woke means extremism on one side. So I don't agree with that shit. But if you're asking me, can he be woke? Obviously not by today's definition. I don't agree
I
with
don't
that
think
definition.
obvious is a part of that sentence.
I mean,
I don't think
is it not?
is that woke?
Hold
Because
on.
if he
Is-
obviously can't be woke, neither can I. Because
is
I was
every
raised
thought-
by
is
fucking
every-
white people
is
in a white
every
neighborhood.
thought theory pretty much in our society ruled by extremism, whether it be politics, whether it be music. These are all run by extremists, right?
Hey,
What?
no shade
Yes.
though.
I'm sorry, just real quick. I mean, just 'cause I don't want to get off topic. Real. Name an institution in our society that's run by balanced people, like people that's not balanced, that's not working for their own small agenda.
Science.
No, I wouldn't agree with that.
But you don't have a reason to disagree with it. You just said I wouldn't.
No, I mean, I could, but that's not the topic. I don't want to go all the way
You
off
asked
topic.
me a
but-
question. I answered it, and you just
I mean,
don't want
we
to.
just gonna agree to
no matter what
disagree
you
on that,
said,
that's all.
he would
Yeah.
disagree.
No,
I
no, I think
I could have
think-
said fucking anything to your question,
because
and you
I
would have not agreed
believe
with
that
it.
even science has been compromised, but that's a conversation for another time. That's all I'm saying. I'm not.
I'll say that I think believing that anything is a way before doing research, understanding, or looking into it. Saying anything is one thing only and being unable to listen to somebody else make a case for it is the definition of ignorance.
Yeah, I mean, it's just talking about time constraints. I would definitely listen more into it, but I know Tech want to, move on to the next one.
I would love to move on to the next one.
Let's
'cause
move on to the next
We
one.
can just
Yeah,
argue
this
and
is
argue
good.
and
Yeah.
argue.
This is
We're getting the flow, man.
Thank you, everyone listening in the live stream
They
and
need to hear this.
commenting.
Hey, if you dislike me any more than you already did,
You lost Scheme
I
for
don't
a
give
second.
a fuck.
You lost Scheme for a second, but you got him back.
I don't give a fuck.
Shout out Scheme.
I'm from the West Side. I ain't supposed to be here.
You ain't supposed to be doing a podcast on
I ain't
the South
supposed to
Side.
be doing no nigga. I got 2 dead brothers from gun violence. I ain't supposed to be here. I don't give a fuck how anybody feel about what I say.
See, we're not disassociating ourselves from the topic. I'm not.
What's next, Tech?
So we're gonna talk about Kanye West.
This fuck nigga.
so
We
since-
should have saw this coming. I'm a fan, but I'm also like always had like this weird thing about him because I know what he do. Because I'm a fan of fucking music, and I get deep dive into that shit. I've been diving into it. We seen Ye stealing since he first came out. He been a thief. Okay, that's one. He been pleading for help through his music. Please go back to
help me in
please
the
no
back.
parties in L.A. Please no more parties in L.A.
Jesus-
He's been screaming
Jesus
for
fuck.
help.
I love that song, by the way.
And it's a good song.
It's a great song.
because he meant it. And now
If-
he been gone for a year and a half, and they changed him. They did exactly. He said it was going to happen.
I do not
he
think.
told everybody it was going to
I
happen.
do not think in 2018 there is one thing wrong with Kanye West.
You think he just trolling?
I think this is
I don't.
100%, and I think this is a disgusting view of our society right now. I think this is a disgusting attempt at free promotion because we're all talking about it.
Yeah.
I don't think he's that off. The son of Donda West, the fucking professor from Chicago, is not going to get on TV and say slavery was a choice. Like, that's fucking ridiculous.
He don't give a fuck
And
no
here's
more.
my logic.
He
Here's
not
my logic.
black. He
Here's
Kanye.
my logic. Anytime
He said it. I didn't.
H&M.
I can't with this motherfucker.
H&M, they sat down in the meeting and said, we're going to put this black kid in a coolest monkey in the jungle shirt because we know that everyone's going to lose their shit, but they're going to be talking about us. Like, every time and you think to yourself, oh man, nobody in that department thought that that's a bad idea. No, they did. They knew what it was going to do, and they knew it was going to get a reaction, and they knew that that negativity is going to be positive in the profit margins because people are going to talk about it. That's what he's doing.
Black people don't buy his albums anyway. He don't give a fuck about what we talk about.
I didn't say
anyway.
anything about black people buying it.
I know, I'm just saying he's not beholden to
It's not a
to
coincidence.
the way we feel.
It's not a coincidence that he starts tweeting out the blue after a year of silence.
Oh, he was on opioids.
About
opioids.
about an
He's on
album.
opioids.
He was busy. He didn't want to tweet because he was on opioids. His album's coming out. He's working. He gave you the track listing of the summer, right? Nas in June, Big Sean, me and such and such doing
I
the
can't
album.
believe you think this.
And then all of a sudden, he gets on TMZ. TMZ. He hates the paparazzi. He's at TMZ. He says something completely outlandish that everyone's talking about and says he's crazy. That nigga's a genius.
Okay. And you think he is a fully functioning, balanced citizen?
He's a fucking
Man, your radar is
millionaire.
off, bro.
he's not. He's trolling. This is a
I'ma be
super
honest
troll.
with-
This is a Paul Logan level
I think
troll.
he lost.
That's true. Okay.
This is a fucking troll.
And I would
You think
believe
so?
that usually. Just
Your-
real quick, I
your
would
heart's in
believe
it 'cause
that
it's
usually.
Kanye. Nah,
But-
nigga, I can see the marketing departments. All right.
And I think you're right. On a certain level, his team, the people around him,
Are they letting it happen?
they know exactly what to do. Everything you describe, Tech, is Kanye West's team. But Kanye West got autism. I know y'all, everybody think that's funny.
He been
But
had it.
I'm telling y'all, I'm serious.
He's been
I'm
had
so serious. He's always had it, but now he is starting to digress. And he is a great example of what being woke, and he's woke in his circle. But whatever that is, the Kardashians and the Hollywood and the Met
A
Gala.
man, hold on. A
Hold on,
man
let me-
who says that slavery was a choice.
Hold
is
on,
woke?
let me build this real quick. I'm not gonna hold it. I ain't gonna build it too long, but let me build it. In his circle, he is woke. You know what I'm saying? By their standards. So that's why I was saying that. And we can be woke, but it's not no level agreement like some big system we all go through, and then we're gonna all have this same wokeness or whatever the hell that shit is.
I guess I don't know
All
the
I'm saying is
definition of
that
woke.
Kanye West
Oh,
has
yeah.
autism. He
do.
maybe that's been exacerbated by opioids or whatever. This fool is trying to say that psychological slavery became a choice after we had the Now, keep in mind, I'm not making no excuses for this fool.
You are, though. Go ahead.
No, I'm explaining the inner workings of what he's doing because I've been around people that have autism. I've been around people that got stutters. I've been around crazy vets with PSTD. One week they cool. The next week they telling me about people crawling through their windows, putting water in their gas tank. They
he crazy?
punch me in the face talking about that I talked to his girl. I've seen people be cool 1 month.
Yeah.
And then the next month they are really not there.
That's not the definition
So-
of autism. Though.
I'm saying him having autism along with whatever the PTSD of whatever. You see what I'm saying? Being raised how he was. Long story short, I think that he is suffering from a large scale mental debilitation, and we are really not taking it serious about how steep that slope is. You see what I'm saying?
I disagree with that because in the video of him like having his rant in the office of TMZ, someone calls him out and is like, "Bro, you said that our people being enslaved for 400 years was a choice, and that's fucked up." And then his response, I don't think he was saying mental slavery, because his response was that like slavery was our reality, but your reality is what you believe it is, and that's fucking bullshit when people have
Of
power
course.
over you.
Yeah, of course. But that's
So
what I'm
he's not
saying.
talking
That's
about
what a
mental
crazy nigga
racism.
would say.
He crazy.
I mean, hold
But-
on.
No, you
Bruh.
just hang on. You tried to justify what he said by saying he was talking about mental
I can tell
racism.
y'all don't
and
hang
he
out with
wasn't.
crazy niggas. You don't hang out
Man,
with crazy
you're
niggas,
just gonna
do you?
write off everyone else's arguments. other
No,
than
no,
yours
I'm
their
not
whole
writing off
fucking
your
life.
argument. I'm just saying, how many crazy niggas do you hang out with a week?
What?
I'm serious.
I don't.
I mean, dope heads, drunks, crazy niggas. Like, do you really hang out with these niggas?
I don't. Why does that?
I'm just saying yes or no.
I'll stop talking then, because I can't have.
You
this
ain't got no
conversation.
answer. Yes or no?
No. But to
Then
you,
I'm just saying,
listen,
I hang out with dope-headed, crazy niggas. I'm
Listen, hang
telling
on,
you something.
hang on. Let me say something.
That's
Let me say
all
something.
I'm saying. I'm
Let me
trying to
say
tell you
something.
something.
Let me say something. I can't have a conversation with you because I don't qualify to have conversations with you right now. I couldn't answer your question earlier about race, and I can't answer these questions here because I don't hang out with crazy niggas. That's fucked. Like, if I can't have a conversation with you because I ain't seen what you've seen, then like why the fuck
I mean, you
are we
had a
here?
conversation. I'm just saying at some point you got to realize you working in theory, and I'm telling you I just left somebody that think that, you know what I'm saying, somebody's stalking them. They think a politician is stalking them. I think that's everybody, not even you, Kayla. I'm talking about everybody. I think
Listen,
everybody is not taking his
I've
mental
been
health
around
seriously.
crazy
Listen,
I wouldn't say
yeah, he's
guys,
crazy.
my mother's bipolar. I have
Bam.
family members who are bipolar. I've been around bipolar disorder my entire life. I don't think he's crazy.
I hear you.
I think he's just trolling.
He jumped. Hold up.
I hear
I'm
you.
just talking about original stories.
And I don't
Everybody
mean
say
you
he
like,
crazy.
hey, Kayla, for real, no real. I don't think you can't answer my questions. I was just being really, some of these things I really do feel like.
Well, we have yet to get to a topic where I can comment to you.
I
I won't say that Kanye has autism because that's
I don't know about autism,
something
but
that
he's
I
crazy.
can't say.
He got some
But
mental issues.
I
man.
will say that when his mom died, it changed him.
well, we can agree
And
to that.
as
yeah.
someone who's had depression for the last 6 years, he seems very manically depressed. Where he
Yeah.
goes from moments of being completely fine
Right.
to being real dark.
Right.
And I think it's more an indication that he's very depressed. The fact that he's been silent for fucking years and then comes out and starts saying a bunch of really uplifting shit, and then it quickly diverts into like, what the fuck is he talking about? That sounds very manic depressed.
Yeah.
When his mom died, it affected him. He
blaming
bigly,
all the wrong people and shit.
right? Like, you can see Kanye before his mom's death and after his mom's death, and that's a different man. That's not late onset autism. That shit ain't real. That's a man whose mind was impacted by the one of the people who's always been by his side, fucking dying out of nowhere.
Speaking of what I thought was really crazy, which would give you a good argument about him being crazy, is the fact that his mother died from surgery, plastic surgery, and then he went and got plastic surgery.
Yeah.
That doesn't seem.
I thought it was-
that part.
Yeah.
I would say that's a little fucking nuts.
So yeah, I'm not gonna agree that he's trolling, but I do
But I do
think,
think I
What else
think
came out
the
about
slavery
that?
shit's trolling.
You hear about
that slavery shit was for a rise.
you hear about
Like,
him trying to use the album cover?
Oh, yeah, the doctor's face is the
Yeah.
album cover,
And his
the name of the album is "Love Everyone" or some shit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
like
doctor-
the album cover is
That's
the
fucked up.
The
doctor's
doctor
face.
wrote back to him though, and shed a lot of light on the situation that I don't think most people knew about.
yeah.
So she, like when they reported that shit, they reported it as she died on the table. They didn't say it was like post operation, and probably because of lack of care. Like, so basically the doctor, who's never really came out and said anything about it, was like, he declined the offer, and he was like, really, if you want to put somebody on there, you should probably put your cousin on there, because his cousin was her personal assistant
There's their
and
caretaker.
left her after the surgery when she was supposed to hire a nurse. So crazy shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, he it's not obviously his team around him is letting this happen, and they don't give a fuck about him anyway.
Yeah.
And so for them, it's no publicity is bad publicity, but for him, he's actually nuts, and they just gonna sell it. They don't give a fuck. They sold it.
That's, yeah, I can't believe we can't
Well,
see beyond
I'll
that.
tell you.
but
I'll tell you
that's
this:
cool.
if the album comes out and maybe a month or two afterwards, we don't hear any more crazy things out of Kanye, he's trolling you. That's my opinion.
Doesn't mean
He trolled you.
handlers.
He trolled you for promotion.
That mean his handlers then did everything they can, and they didn't put him back in the box.
See, but that's an assumption that like you don't have facts on, right? Like,
I mean, I know how Hollywood works or can work, and I know how.
how do you know?
How do I know how Hollywood works?
Yeah.
History.
Okay, well, I'm sorry. In a minor sense, I'm an actor. My mother's from L.A., and we used to know about Hollywood, and I'm still in contact with people that are in the theater community. I mean, just to be honest, on that level, yeah, I pay attention to things. I know how Hollywood works on a certain level. I have an agent that,
On Kanye level?
I said Hollywood. I don't know what Kanye
On
level
Kanye
is. That's
level,
what I'm
it's
saying.
even worse.
Okay, all right.
Yeah,
so
I mean,
let's,
but anyway.
let's make our final points and let's move on.
We seen what happened to Richard Pryor. We seen what happened to all these famous people in Hollywood. We know that
All right.
that place.
You think he's crazy. You think he's
Yeah, I think he's autistic.
Martin.
I think something's up, and I don't have the knowledge to give it a definition.
What's the name
So-
of your clothing line? We don't know. You ain't got the answer, Sway.
You don't got the
He
answers.
always been crazy.
Yeah,
but he
so, like,
ain't
That's my
been-
favorite, dog.
Like I'm not gonna say he's got a thing. But
What's the
like,
name of your
something's
clothing
up.
line? We don't know. It's fucked up shit.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
You good?
I mean, we just put a name to it for the podcast. I'm not, gonna write him a prescription off this goddamn, what I think about him.
I'll write him a prescription.
Interesting.
Ass whooping.
You know shit's weird when like Kim Kardashian's the one trying to calm him down and trying to wrangle shit in when she's been
She
popular
hella
for
stupid,
being
dog. She can't do
right.
it.
Like, something's fucked up when the Kardashians are the ones like, yo, bro, you should chill.
I
I
always
just
thought
love-
that Kanye was a sponge, so when he's around Talib Kweli, he's all about what Talib Kweli and Mos Def is about. When he's around Kim Kardashian, he's all about what
He a
Scientology
sociopath
and
too,
Kim
dog.
Kardashian
Okay,
motherfuckers
guys.
is
All right,
about.
let's move on. I want to play this.
You know?
Fuck that dude.
Just in
He's a
case you guys
sponge.
haven't heard this.
That poopity scoop.
I'm glad to see that you're walking.
Other end.
Thank you.
Other way. You had it right.
You
I
were
was not.
bad shape,
Yeah.
paralyzed.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah. But when you have somebody like Tony, who is a master of tech and can create things that can get you over the hump, then you can walk again.
so is it sort of an artificial?
I don't know that I'd like to use that word. I like fake.
It's coming up.
I like to think
No, but
of
is it like
more
a
of
contraption that gets you walking?
It's an
again, or is
augmentation.
It's an augmentation. There is a.
It's kind of long, isn't it?
semi-bionic.
I guess it is.
Semi-bionic.
It
When
is
does this
kind of
happen?
long.
This is the full version.
I'm like
Shit.
the 12 minute
I think it's right before the end.
60 million. 60 million. Probably.
No. But we get to see you again. You know,
Oh, here we go.
Thor.
Right?
Yeah. I
Right?
mean,
Yeah.
You're,
That's not bad. You're
me,
here. You're
me
here.
and Thor.
And you're here.
And where's everybody else in
Yeah.
that one?
Yeah.
but you're still angry. I mean, you haven't gotten over that whole.
I
This is
know
definitely the longest
he's
version
even
of the
more
video.
angry than he was the last time we saw him for a much longer period of time.
Right. But Thor is so happy to see you, but you.
Smash him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's up with that?
It's fun. It's just fun.
It is fun, right?
It's fun smashing him. He's just a puny god.
See, getting sent into space for him wasn't so bad. Gets to meet new friends and the galaxy people.
Help
Yes.
him. Help him.
Yes.
Help him.
And then
When
we
did he
have
give
to
this interview?
Go and save
A year
Asgard
ago at D23.
together.
Oh.
That's good.
It is. It's amazing. It's a lot of fun.
Is he hot?
Saving it?
I can't.
Who?
Can I
Mark
say it?
Ruffalo?
Don't
Right,
he seem
right,
a little
right.
hot?
Just give him a little taste.
This is the first one.
I wouldn't
Okay.
say too much, but you can say as much as you. I mean, hey, it's your.
Let me
career.
just say this: like every other Marvel movie, it doesn't end well for the superheroes.
Dud, Cheeto.
That's true. In Marvel, it doesn't end that well. Somebody always bites or gets really badly hurt.
Wait till you see this next
Leaves
one.
a mark.
Everybody dies.
Dude.
Not everybody. No. Is that?
No.
Hey, whatever.
Can we rewind that part?
Yeah. Can we? You'll cut.
Yo,
that.
he's
That's
drunk.
Ooh, is there anybody in Infinity?
So
He's for real drunk.
that happened a
I
year
felt like he
ago.
was high, dog.
No, he's for
The
real
way he
drunk.
was rambling.
He's drunk for real.
Oh, drunk?
I wouldn't try to like.
I mean, Don Cheeto would have.
Well, the first time
He
he
gave
said
it away.
something, he was like, "Hey man, it's your career." You know, like
He said that
they were talking when he said it. He was like, "Hey man, it's your career," and then he says it. So this is the rumor. This is a fucked up fun rumor that the Russo brothers saw this a year ago because they did give him the scripts. Like, don't believe the stories that they didn't get the script. They got the script. And that happened. So they changed it and made him not become the Hulk during the movie. That's the rumor.
Oh, just to
Yeah, I can see that.
'Cause they were pissed
to
off.
fuck with him.
Because that's how Hollywood works, and that's how we're going to have to assume it works. Because we weren't fucking there, but that makes sense. Because that's how fucking vindictive people are when you have power over shit. Yes?
Yeah.
Hey,
I agree.
real quick for everybody watching who hasn't seen Infinity War, stop.
Spoiler.
Yeah,
Uh,
for real.
If you haven't seen Infinity
Everybody
War,
stop.
man.
It is
That's
like
your
3
fault,
weeks
man.
in.
Fucking
That's
with
your
this
fault.
goddamn
it's like 2 weeks old.
I'm a single dad. Get
It's
the
like
fuck
2
out of
weeks
here.
old.
You had
We're
time
in
to
the
go
third.
see it.
Are we in the third week? I've seen it 3 times, so I want to say we're in the
Yeah,
third
my
week.
God.
No,
now.
we're in the
Yeah.
second week.
No.
Yeah,
No.
it came out April 27th. It's May 10th. It's been 13 days.
Yeah, but in America, that's like a goddamn year.
Yeah.
It's been a
Talking
fortnight.
about-
It's been a fortnight.
Yeah, Thanos is joining Fortnite by now.
This ain't
I played it. I
1994.
played it. It's super dope.
Yeah, like that's
I know
popping
people.
off.
I know
People
who haven't
watch
seen
entire seasons in one night now.
it. I know people who haven't seen it.
Yeah,
Then they fucked
That's
up.
their fault.
But we
Yeah,
didn't.
I
But we
mean,
didn't say
Sure,
anything
it's
about
their
the
fault.
prioritize.
It's their fault, but
We
we
didn't
didn't warn them ahead of
They
time that
didn't
we were going to talk about
prioritize.
it.
First of all,
Fuck
that
that.
clip was on Good Morning America
It's the
last
60
week.
minute shit show.
Yeah.
You shouldn't expect anything out of us.
For what it's worth.
Yeah, let's be
For
real.
what
That's
it's worth,
one.
I brought that up and like several people left my my stream. I said if you haven't seen Infinity War, stop watching for a couple
Hey
minutes.
man, life
and
is
people
short.
left.
I don't know what they waiting on, man.
I've seen-
Bills,
I've
bro.
seen it 3
People got
times.
bills to pay.
I have a lot of bills, and
Shit, yeah. Oh my god.
You have a good
You
job.
know what
though.
I?
You have
You
a
know
good
what?
Do I?
This is
I
my
don't know,
problem
do you?
with
You say you
HBO.
do.
sometimes I do, sometimes I don't.
This is my
It's
problem.
freelance at my own company.
This is why I like
Some days it's
Netflix,
good, sometimes
and this
it's
is
not.
my problem with HBO. What if I die? I am never gonna see the fucking end of Game of Thrones.
No, well that's
Give
terrible,
me the
man.
whole goddamn season, please.
Okay,
I don't agree with that, Nate.
This
Can
is
we,
a
we'll talk about that during
Is
the.
that dark?
That's off topic.
Is that dark?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
but
well, it's dark, but like, where the
It's-
fuck did that come
I'm just
from?
saying. I
So
don't want to
weird.
wait 2 years for a goddamn season.
well, hopefully you won't die in the next 2 years.
I don't know though. So then what? Fucking J.J.
Then-
Martin or
and-
whatever
and
the fuck your name is.
Enjoy what you've seen thus far.
No, I want to know how the fuck ends. Who the fuck
Go read
gets
the book, then,
crown?
nigga.
Oh,
Back
yeah.
to the question. Back to the question.
Is
I
it finished
think-
in the book?
I think that Ruffalo's character, I don't think he was nerfed because I think it's a better story for Hulk to not want to come out, and then like the Hulk that he controls, Gray Hulk, to come out to finish the fight.
That's
So I
not
think-
gonna happen. They're not
I
gonna do
think-
Grey Hulk.
I think they're like
They've got
Batman with
to.
this shit, and they got an alternate. Anybody that fuck
Well, you're
up, we
getting
got an
Grey Vision.
alternate plot line for your character right away.
I've
See
seen.
what
I've
I'm
seen.
saying?
Why
I've
are you
seen.
saying that like Batman?
I mean, because Batman has a contingency plan for everybody. You know what I'm saying? in the
Oh, shit.
Justice League.
Okay, yeah,
So I'm
yeah.
pretty sure the Ruffalo brothers, not to mix, the
Yeah,
universes
yeah,
up.
yeah.
Hey, if anybody fuck up, I mean, even Downey Jr., we pull some kind of plot line from the comic book universe
Well,
and make this make sense.
this is spoiler alert. If you haven't seen Avengers, spoiler alert.
Oh my God.
I forgot my point because I was too busy saying spoiler alert. But
Something
basically,
about Downey Jr.?
well, yeah, exactly. There's something to the fact that all the original Avengers have
Yeah, they're still
have
around.
made it.
Yeah.
Yep.
So we are going to get ready to get about this phase, and I think we're going to get ready to say goodbye for real to some heavy hitters
Yeah.
in the MCU.
Well, I mean, Chris
I
Evans.
think
Chris Evans has already said that he's only got Avengers 4 and then he's done.
he wants more though, but Robert Downey Jr. does not want more.
Robert
he
Downey
doesn't
Jr.
need
Robert Downey Jr. just talked about re-signing for the Spider-Man movies.
Oh, he might do that.
Yeah.
We're not going to get any more Captain America solo movies, and we're not going to get any more Iron Man solo movies.
But we
that
might.
shit's over.
But if we do get Captain America solo movies, I think it's going to be with Bucky. Because Bucky becomes Captain after
We know.
Steve dies. So
Yeah.
like,
So
but
everybody
I just don't
becomes
think
Captain
Sebastian
ever.
Stan can hold Chris Evans' spot. Like,
yeah, I don't know.
I don't think
know.
he's that
It'll be-
that
No.
dope enough. Like no one would go to a Captain America with Sebastian Stan. We're not.
Mm-hmm.
We're not.
We don't,
I would.
mean, we'll go see it because
I mean, we're gonna go see it.
We're gonna go see
but we're not
you.
gonna like it.
Yeah.
MCU. Maybe we like it.
Yeah, so I don't know if
I
we've
wouldn't have
seen
went to
him
go
in-
see Captain America based
Marvel
off him being Chris
is about
Evans
home.
either, though.
Oh, so I would have. Because
What's up?
I didn't give a fuck
At
who
the
Chris
time-
Evans was. Who was he?
he played Human Torch.
I
Played
wanted-
Human Torch.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
what I'm saying.
exactly. The
But
lies y'all
it was.
tell.
But he was so.
he was perfect. He's
early
the
in his
white bread of the
career
white bread.
that it was perfect. And Robert Downey Jr., when you saw that, you were like, yeah, he looks like Tony Stark. But at the time, he was just coming off of the drug problem.
Yeah,
And like it was like, make a break. You're in trouble.
and he was, perfect.
Yeah, and it worked out.
I
It
think
saved.
that
It may have saved his career.
Did y'all
and
watch?
life.
For
Did
real.
y'all watch the old school Iron Man?
Like the old one.
Yeah, like the old,
No,
like the old.
I mean,
old
yeah, I've
cartoon.
seen it, but it's no good.
Yeah, and they had that like kind of like Spanish looking man. I was like, oh, that looked just like Robert Downey,
Listen,
dog.
if you really want to have a good time, YouTube Spanish or Spanish Spider-Man. Because they
Dude,
have
it's so
these
fucking
old-
weird.
It's so out of fucking control.
It's so ridiculous.
Get high and watch that shit, and you will have a great night.
Oh, dude, it's so strange. It's so strange.
Oh man,
Oh, it's so weird. I'm so glad you brought that up. That shit's
It's just-
so weird.
It's out of control.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
Moving on. I'm telling
So
people-
this is at a request of Nate.
what
As long
I
as we've
do?
been doing the podcast, this new format, we haven't done sports. We haven't talked in depth about sports, and we actually don't have a shit ton of time, but we have enough time to get off some basketball talk.
Who was watching basketball though? Just me and you?
You don't watch basketball, do you?
Hell no, I don't watch basketball.
You don't watch basketball. I know you don't.
Not
He's too woke.
support the
He's too woke.
Coliseum. The Coliseum.
It's-
is
Yeah, I
death.
see.
Are you against sports? Is that what you're saying?
I just said
It's
the
not- you're not a
Coliseum
rapper?
The Coliseum.
is death.
You're not a
I'm
rapper?
sorry.
You know the
Sorry,
Coliseum.
you're right,
I mean,
I'm
you're a rapper, but not
No,
right now.
I'm not a rapper.
You know the
right.
Coliseum.
MC.
What do you mean? You don't watch sports?
No,
Okay.
that's what I want.
None.
Fancy way. Yeah, don't have anything to do with it.
Why, Siraj?
It's not important. Now, don't we have enough?
No, I'm curious.
Reasons to support. This segment is about supporting sports.
I'm curious. Why don't you watch sports? Just like give me like a one sentence.
I had too much time. I had rehearsal. I had scripts to learn. I had other shit to do. It never
So,
came into my cipher.
So you just never got on it, or there's a
I
personal
never saw
reason?
the point. I mean, I played basketball. You know what I'm saying?
So why don't you watch it now?
Same reason I didn't watch wrestling, man. I just don't have a need for that in my head.
Sports.
Okay.
That's all.
A lot of our
It
friends
sounded
don't really
like you.
watch
It sounded
sports.
like you had like an institutional problem.
It's
I feel like
I mean,
me,
I do.
you and
you,
Rod.
Me, you, and Rod.
Me,
That's
you, and
that's
Rod,
part of the
pretty
reason
much.
why you don't watch it. Yeah.
I mean, we don't have a lot of time, so I didn't want to get into
Give
it.
me
But
a
yeah, that's part of
sentence.
the reason I don't support the Coliseum. Yeah.
Fuck out of here. All right, so
The system.
the
I feel
NBA
you.
Yeah, I
playoffs.
mean, is it
I
not the
feel you on that.
Coliseum? If this is modern day Rome, wouldn't that be the Coliseum?
I feel
Oh,
you
you're
on
worried
that.
about bread and circuses.
I'm not worried about it. I mean, I'm just aware
is
of
what it
I
is.
mean, the pedophiles win. When's their holiday?
What?
The Super Bowl. Super Bowl is when pedophiles is winning. I mean, you can look it up. This is a fact. Y'all don't even know this, do y'all? They laughing at me. Look it up.
No, it just seems like a really free association. Like, what?
I'm so
what?
confused.
All right, let me be real.
Everyone here has no idea.
You can
what
look up
you're
the
talking
FBI report.
about. Sure.
The largest amount of pedophiles, sex trafficking, human trafficking, young shit, it happens at the Super Bowl.
At the Super Bowl or during the Super Bowl?
The same goddamn thing
Nope.
outside the stadium, in the businesses, the foot traffic, the environment that's created. So that's all I was saying is that one, it's just like worried about the stock market. The stock market is run off drug money. You see what I'm saying? It's not real. All that bullshit you talking about with commodities, that's not real. But that get more into every institution that's been corrupted, and I don't think everybody at this table believes that.
Can I ask you an honest question?
You probably couldn't.
Oh,
Damn.
I'm gonna be honest. I mean, because we just not working off the same mind frame here. You think some institutions are still cool.
No, dude.
Siraj, you cannot
That's-
shut down conversation.
I'm not shutting it down. I'm being
yeah, that's
honest.
just, all right.
I didn't say he couldn't say nothing. God
Yeah,
damn.
we're good. We're good.
Hey, this is
Everyone say
Man.
hi.
This is my favorite episode so far.
Man,
Listen,
I'm used to saying shit.
I'm a-
That don't mean people listen to me. I just say
Everybody,
This is what you wanted
say
right
hi
here.
to
Hold up, hold up.
Siraj.
Tech,
This might be the last time you see Siraj on this podcast.
Tech, this is what you wanted.
shit. Hey,
though.
man.
I picked good topics.
This is
He did pick
exactly
good topics.
what
I picked
you
good
wanted.
topics.
He picked
today.
good topics. We'll talk about
I
basketball.
wanted to go back
Thunder,
to party.
Scheme says what's up.
I wanted to go back to party 60-minute shit
Don't
show.
tell me Scheme said what's up, man. Hey, I don't
Yeah,
mean
no,
nothing
no, yes.
personal, man. That's not nothing.
Hey, I wanted to go back to party and drinking
yeah, man.
and getting messed up in here and talking dumb shit.
Hey,
That's what I wanted to go back to.
You pushed the conversation,
wanted-
man. I
No,
didn't want to even
he
go down
wanted
that
this.
line.
You
No,
wanted
I
this.
I didn't.
and you're gonna sit over there
Baby.
and be the most quiet
Don't play-
today.
Don't play.
Just you did this and you wanted this.
No.
This is
first
the
of
Joe
all,
Budden
First of all, what we're not
that
going
you
to do,
wanted.
what we're
Yeah,
not
I
going
mean,
to do,
it's spirited
hold
debate,
on.
for real.
What
It's
we're
just
not going to
spirited
do
debate,
on
for
this
real.
podcast
No.
is disrespect each other. That's what we're not going to do.
I,
We're
that
not.
was
We're not
close.
going to shut anybody up with the way we talk.
it was close
We're not
to
going to shut
disrespect.
anyone down. That was very close to disrespect. I don't
No,
like
that was fucking mad disrespect.
That was-
Y'all don't like that. So we're not going to do that.
kind of kicked his
Like
ball
we're gonna
over the
we're gonna
fence.
respect each other's opinions. We're gonna have a conversation because all we're doing is having a conversation, bringing our world experiences and trying to have a peaceful conversation.
Hey, it was clever though, man. I'm sorry, I can't be mad at it.
Oh, my
I'm sorry,
God.
Caleb.
You're not sorry. Fuck you, nigga. You're not sorry.
Hey, man, I come from the gladiator school of debate.
Listen,
I don't
listen.
mean nothing
That's not the
personal.
gladiator school of debate, bro.
I owe
That's
you,
the
I
ninja
say I
school
owe
of
you an
stabbing in the
apology,
back.
and I'll
This shit getting out of
apologize.
hand.
You
I'm mad.
probably
That's cool.
can't.
It's a shit show, man. I mean, so that's cool.
All right,
But
so-
that was a shit show, not the people.
But,
Hey, I wanted to go back to dick songs and
Talk about the
drunk
NBA.
girls
Talk about the NBA.
in here.
I can't even
It's
talk about
really
the
nothing
NBA.
to talk about.
I can't talk about the NBA because
Golden
niggas
State
is
has
so
an
woke.
unfair team. LeBron James is
Here,
trying
let's have a
to.
conversation. I really thought it was hilarious that Sports Center actually fucking did their top 10, and all 10 plays were LeBron sinking that bank buzzer
Oh,
beater.
did they do that?
Oh, yeah,
That's
Every
too funny.
single play on the top 10 was a different angle of him sinking that bank shot.
Hold
buzzer
up.
beater.
All right, here's the thing to talk about. Whose fault is it? The Raptors? Is it the coach or is it the two superstars that they have?
It is 100% DeMar's fault, and it is also Kyle Lowry's fault, whatever his name is. They didn't show up.
They didn't show up. It's
And
their job.
They had the advantage.
Do your job.
Now I'll be honest. You cannot stop any team LeBron is on when everyone is on point like that.
Oh, they was only on point on game 4.
That's it. So they give you a cap on the Instagram Live.
Yeah.
We just lost the Instagram Live. If you don't mind, it was going really good. Good conversations. Can I start another one?
I'm on
Yeah,
Facebook.
you can start another one.
Yeah, start another one. I'm on
can start
Facebook
another
Live and it doesn't stop you. So we've had like 6 to 11 people the whole time.
I had 20, and it was
It was
good conversations going. Like they were engaged in it. All right. Sorry about
the
that.
people that
Anyone?
People that watch me don't talk amongst themselves. They just shoot questions at me.
That's funny.
Hold on a second. This is gonna be a longer episode,
All right.
but this is what it
Fuck that
is.
shit,
Start
man.
calling it the 90-minute shit show.
The 90-minute shit
Just
show.
to cover your
60,
bases.
60 to 90-minute shit
You
show.
should put 60-minute shit show and like 60 and then parentheses 90.
Sometimes 90.
Yes, maybe.
Uh,
Maybe 60.
all right. So yeah.
But yeah.
It was Toronto's fault, obviously.
Did you see that Shaq and Charles Barkley argument?
Which one? It got heated.
Oh, they got
terrible.
hey.
Listen,
They was arguing
real
about
talk.
this.
Real talk. I hate Charles Barkley.
Charles Barkley.
Yeah, dog. They was talking about this,
I
and
hate that
I don't
shit.
watch basketball.
he
and I hate
basically
him.
said Charles was like, "It's the coach's fault. You can't take your star player out and treat your star player like that." And Shaq was like, "Motherfucker, me and Pat Riley never got along, and I had to do my job.
You gotta do your job.
Yo, you're getting
And
paid
I'm
to
the
do this.
superstar.
Put the ball in the hole.
I have to do my job.
That's your job.
And he said, and so fucking Charles was like, "Well, motherfucker, yeah, I'd have 3 rings too if I had motherfuckers like Dwayne Wade and Kobe Bryant carrying me." Shaq got hella heated. Shaq was like, "Motherfucker, you need to Google me. I got 3 MVPs,
Woo!
3 rings, 3 MVPs. You need nobody to carry me."
Hey.
Hey, they was hella heated.
Hey, this is why I don't. Well, this is why, for one, I hate Charles Barkley, and for
Charles
2,
Barkley.
I
He's
hate.
just terrible. He's just terrible. he's just terrible.
Terrible.
I hate
just terrible.
him, and I hate Chris Webber, and let me tell you why. Chris
punch him
Webber
in the
was
face.
talking big shit one day during the game,
Fucking big sheet.
talking about Kendrick Perkins. Kendrick Perkins was when he was playing. He looked at the camera and he says, "At least I got a championship." End of discussion.
Damn.
Shut that shit down. Like, I don't like Charles Barkley was good. People can call him great. I wouldn't call him a legend.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like if you shouldn't commentate on shit that you don't know about. He knows about
Yeah.
basketball, but he doesn't know about winning
He
basketball.
don't know about winning basketball.
He don't know about winning it. I don't know.
What? What? Okay.
All right.
That's true, though.
Weird.
I don't know, man.
No, you was just talking about people shouldn't talk on shit they don't know about, right? If they haven't experienced it firsthand. Ain't that basically what you just said?
Oh God, here we go.
I'm just asking. Ain't that what you
Here we
just
go.
said?
But you don't know what that man been through, and
Did
like
I-
we don't know
Man,
what
can
you've
you
been
just
through.
say, is that what you just said or not?
I ain't fucking with you.
All right,
I ain't
then.
fucking with
That's
you.
what I just asked.
Everyone get a good look at Siraj. It might be a few episodes before you see him again.
I love having Siraj.
It's always good times. All right, next topic. Spotify. Did you guys hear what Spotify did today?
Damn.
It
Let
is
me
the
hear
I forgot the term they called it. It's something about content, explicit content, or explicit content and explicit conduct, or something along those lines of content and
Oh, yeah, I
conduct.
did hear about that.
And basically, what they did was they took R. Kelly's music off of Spotify, and they took Triple X's music off of Spotify. I would say his whole name, but I don't really know how to say it.
Extension.
Yeah.
Extentacion.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, all right.
Temptation.
Is it triple extension?
It's
That's what
It's
I
like
would
extension.
It's like some-
It's
like some Puerto Rican-
So they took their music off, and everyone's. What I like about Triple X's manager is he sent a letter to Spotify, and he says, well, if that's the case, and he sent them a long list of artists who've had misconduct and
Yeah, man.
and
All
you know,
of
like
them.
legit. That's a fucking good point. It's a good question.
All
like,
of them.
how far does that go?
Are they saying conduct in the music or conduct
outside.
Just
Outside.
Like in,
So the Spotify language says hate content is content that expressly and principally promotes, advocates, or incites hatred or violence against a group or individual based on characteristics including race, religion, gender identity, sex, ethnicity, nationality, sexual orientation, veteran status, or disability. When we are alerted to content that violates this policy, we may remove it in consultation with rights holders or refrain from promoting or manually programming it on our device, on our service.
So then they gonna get rid of it. But
No, they
it
got rid of R.Kelly shit.
Oh yeah, that's they
And
just took
Triple
a
X's shit.
stand
You're out of
against them too.
You're out of there.
But
But then what? Tekashi 6ix9ine, you gotta take his shit off. He
gotta
pled
take him off.
guilty to sexual relations with a minor. She was 14 years old. He pled guilty.
he was a minor too, wasn't he? Wasn't he 17?
Yeah, either way it goes, the court found him guilty of the
Two
charge.
This is not the first time Spotify has addressed hate content on its platform. In last August, the company announced that it removed an array of white supremacist content from its catalog.
Good for them.
Good for them. What do you guys think about that though? Like that goes.
Are they gonna get rid of all hip hop?
I mean, I saw a post today that,
it's pretty
that someone
sexist
said, like, I don't.
Homophobic.
It can go really deep, and
Yeah.
you think it's a good move though?
By Spotify, nobody. I mean,
You guys don't listen to Spotify?
I like Spotify because it's on my PlayStation. That's the only reason.
I rocks with Spotify heavy.
Yeah. Yeah, it's convenient. It's McDonald's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think it's a good. I think it's a
They
good
paying
idea.
like they like one of the companies that pay like the least. The less.
The less.
He moved that, and my mic poked me in the
Yeah,
eye.
yeah, I'm sorry.
I was like, "Oh God!"
All right, so you guys don't have too much to say about this one. Interesting.
Oh no, sorry, I was reading the policy.
I think it's good. I think it's kind of good, but they gonna
It becomes difficult. Like the idea of being tolerant is something that I think we should all strive towards. But that tolerance, I think, is I can't remember the name of the philosopher who said it, but there's a quote that is, to be a truly tolerant society, if we want to be a truly tolerant society, we must be completely intolerant of those who are intolerant. So, like, we can be tolerant, but we have to be intolerant of intolerance to be tolerant. And so I think what Spotify is trying to do is in trying to, like, make it so that it's a comfortable place for as many people as possible, taking the things that are as abrasive and acidic as possible and making them, like, they even said they're not going to remove it all, but at the very least they don't have to, like,
auto-generated.
yeah, they don't have to like promote it, stick it up front, right? So I don't know how the metrics work, but when you release an album, like if the album has a lot of clicks or a lot of listens or a lot of adds to playlists, like that stuff shows up on banners when you're searching for new music. And so I think the idea of being able to point out hateful shit that like is run past a group of people that can all look and sit down at it and be like, yeah, this isn't good. And then to be able to take action on that so that it doesn't get the platform, I think that's a step in the right direction. There's definitely dangerous places it could go, and I'm not one to assume that they will go that direction. But I think the effort to try and make media we consume better for people so that we can become better is a good aspiration.
But maybe I can get you involved in this if I bring this angle into it. They took out R. Kelly's music immediately and Triple X's music. Out of all the people who done music, there's got to be more offenders than that. Is this on purpose that this is two black artists?
Of course, there's low-hanging fruit. That's the easiest way to take shit down.
But the first thing they did was, the first time they used this policy was to
didn't even
remove white supremacists.
We didn't even hear about that.
That's
who
because-
knows about white supremacy music except for white supremacists?
That's the thing. That's the thing. Like, white supremacist music may not be super popular, right? It may not be as popular as this. And at the same time, when white supremacist shit gets fucked with,
Isn't Johnny Cash pretty racist? Is his music still on there?
Johnny
But is it-
Cash has mixed kids.
but is it white?
So what? There's got to be some old school that's been racist. Like,
Sure, yeah.
don't.
But is
First of all, I don't
maybe
listen to Johnny
Elvis.
Cash music. I just heard that, so I don't know.
but is it like white?
Cash,
But is it white
yeah.
supremacist?
Rock.
Right? Like
That
that's.
shit ain't country.
Was R.
Right.
Kelly saying I'm gonna fuck kids in his music? No,
I don't know.
Everybody
No.
knows
He did it
was.
on camera. I seen that
That
shit.
wasn't him.
You seen it? You seen it?
Hey, someone said.
I know you seen it.
Someone said that it's he's been peeing on kids so long. Dave Chappelle did a skit on it 30 years ago.
Yes. He did a skit on it 30 years ago.
Like, how long was it? It was probably 20 years ago, but that's a long fucking time.
That's a minute.
To never have been in jail.
20 years.
So, like, he's never been convicted of any crimes, right? Like, so what is the basis of it?
He got a team. Woody Allen ain't
Well-
convicted of no crimes either. We know what he did.
The same way that China is rolling out a social currency system over there, we have an unspoken system. You know what I'm saying? To
Black Mirror.
ostracize people, you know what I'm saying? Because to be real, he's a predator. He preys on grown women with childlike minds.
But if
You see what I'm saying?
is it praying if they all
it's
about
not
it?
illegal by law, maybe,
If it's-
but
is
we
it-
look down on it as a society.
Is it a sexual misconduct if they're allowing it? If they're of age and they're consenting adults and they're down for that shit? Because you don't say shit to Hugh Hefner. You didn't say shit to him. You don't say shit to legalize
shit.
prostitution
Damn,
in
that's
Las
the point.
Vegas. That's not a problem.
Right.
But R. Kelly got some hoes who want to come
R.
to his
Kelly
house and
got
live
some
there.
hoes.
Well, I mean, let's be real.
If you were millionaires and,
But he
and you
was
guys didn't
guilty
have
of
the lives
the
you had,
underage shit.
y'all niggas would do this shit too.
He was guilty of the underage shit. So you got to factor that
mean-
into this shit.
Has he been acquitted by the court of law?
I seen the tape, man. I'm sorry.
That wasn't R. Kelly?
Nigga got the same mole on his back, bud.
Hey,
The mole.
if we can convict Cosby without any DNA evidence, then you're damn right we can go ahead and take down R. Kelly on the presumption that he's a predator. And we don't have to wait for him to find some predator that you know or pick up some victim, you know what I'm saying, that you might be some cousin that you done bumped into. You know, let's
But
not
is
wait
it,
for
is
that.
it just hype? What is the evidence?
So this thing coming from Kelly, it seems like this says over the past several years, Kelly's been accused by multiple women of sexual violence, coercion, and running a sex cult, including 2 additional women who have come forward in the last week. Though he's never been convicted, he's come under increasing scrutiny over the past several weeks, particularly with the launch of the hashtag that was Mute Kelly at the end of April.
Just socially politically charged? Is this? Are we doing social political?
Yeah,
hitch,
I'm not a
witch
big
hunts?
fan. I'm
They
not a
just
big fan
took
of
down
social.
Cosby with no DNA
We're doing social
evidence.
political witch hunts now.
Yes. You didn't know that?
That's bullshit.
I mean, all of this...
Evidence. Prove it.
Yeah, social.
President
I don't-
Trump on tape talking about forcing himself onto women because he's a celebrity.
Yeah,
That's the same shit.
yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't like.
Yeah.
I
mean,
have
it gets
reservations
deeper,
about
man.
social justice because social
It
justice,
gets deeper.
like right now, it seems that it's at a point where we are believing people are guilty before they're given the chance to prove themselves innocent, right? The whole I'm not gonna blanket statement. Whole
Man, be
movement.
careful here, bro.
But
careful.
I remember with the Me Too stuff popping up, like a lot of that was really like what's the word I'm trying to say? Illuminating stuff, like finding out what guys like Weinstein have been doing for years and things like that.
What men have been doing for centuries.
And then making them accountable, holding them accountable for that stuff is good. But then you have, and it hasn't happened much. Most of this stuff I think has been pretty honest, and we haven't had many people that have been accused being like, "No, I didn't do that." Most of them are like, "Ugh," and then jump out to the shadows, and you don't hear from them. But I remember when Aziz Ansari had that shit pop up where that girl said that he harassed her, and then like everyone read that story, and they were like, "That's not." That's just a weird sexual encounter.
That's a bad date.
That's a bad
That's a
fucking
bad date.
Yeah. So like I think there's the chance that this social justice thing, and I think there's maybe even the possibility it's already happened, but there's a chance that this goes too far and like we're seeing here may cause serious damage to people without evidence. But I think to date, we haven't run into many issues where people have been like, nope, that's not true at all. Most of the accusations come and people are like, I'm very sorry for the things that I did in the past.
Okay, like Louis C.K.
Yeah. That dude came clean.
I don't think what he did wasn't sexual misconduct. It
wasn't super bad, but it wasn't super good either. Like that's
it was
kind of
shitty.
shitty.
It was shitty, but it's like people got to a point when Louis C.K. hit that like just the allegation.
It
shouldn't have ruined his career.
Y'all went and watched many goddamn Woody Allen movies. Y'all went and watched that shit over. You haven't.
I haven't either.
People
Shut
did
the fuck
though.
up. I haven't watched any since shit's come out about him.
Woody Allen.
Yeah, I haven't watched anything since shit's come out
Since
about him.
shit came about him in the 70s before you was born.
Oh,
Everybody
I didn't
knew
know-
what he was
I didn't-
doing.
I didn't know about that.
Yeah, I mean, it's
As soon
chess,
as I
man.
heard
The
more recently-
climate has changed. So, where you couldn't have got a conviction on Cosby 3 years ago, that's why you got one now. Like, I thought it was interesting. They showed a big montage of Charlemagne and his worst moments. Like they call it Charlemagne's most savage moments ever since 2006. And it's basically every clip of Charlemagne talking crazy to every female that's ever been on the Breakfast Club, whether it's smelling their
said
chair.
horrible things.
Yeah, I mean, just wild.
Horrible.
And it's 20 minutes, and you could tell when the thing started, he is not into this. Like, he's like, man, this is a clip of some blase so forth. People want to drag me back, but da-da-da-da. He's not proud of it.
Yeah.
And when you watch that for like 20 minutes and you see him talking like that to every person, then you be like, damn, when they going to throw a case on Charlemagne? Because he was totally disrespectful about it.
Completely out of pocket.
By today's standards. Like, that's why he don't do that no more. And that's why he's woke, his version of woke and as a media and, you know what I'm saying,
And I think
personality.
I think this is a good opportunity for people that like have been doing things and not been called out on it to realize like, oh, what I've been doing may have been offending people, right? And like if Charlemagne's changed, like you said, since then and has stopped doing that, like that doesn't seem like a bad result, right? Like if he would fly off like that and people would be like, oh my God. And now he's like, man, like he doesn't want to, he's trying to move past it. Like that's progress. We need progress.
Nah, that's bullshit. They need to lock him up just like they lock up Cosby.
But like, are there people saying that Charlemagne?
seriously.
Are people saying that Charlemagne like drugged and then
No.
raped women?
No.
A lot of the people that said that they had that case, from what I hear, I don't know if this is true, but if they hadn't come up with a conviction on that Cosby case, like in a few days, they would have been past the statute of limitations. So that's a rush job to me. You know, a lot of that shit is a hit case. I heard that Ashley Judd just filed charges against Weinstein. So maybe that's gonna become something. You know what I'm saying? Because it's purely bullshit that nobody else has been. Nobody from NPR, nobody from all these other different institutions that's been taken down. All they doing is gunning for the low hanging fruit. You see what I'm saying? And that's black entertainers. First and foremost. Shout out to the St. Louis nigga that betrayed Kevin Hart. You a piece of shit, man. You making it hard out here for us. That's just
What
on
a
whole
piece of fucking shit.
this dude is fucking
what
it up,
a
man.
fucking piece
Corey
of
Holcomb
dog
is going
man.
hard on St. Louis right now. Because Corey Holcomb don't fuck with G-Thang. You see what I'm saying? He don't fuck with old boy. And I can't disrespect Corey. I fuck with his podcast. I listen to him, 5150.
Let me get everyone up
But
to speed.
that was some bullshit.
Last year, Kevin Hart had that big scandal come out. You remember that, Caleb? The big Kevin Hart scandal where he cheated on his wife and the person trying to extort money from him.
Yeah.
And he said he gonna leak the video. Kevin Hart found out last week that it was one of his homeboys.
Homeboy.
Like his homeboy, like his right hand.
They'd been to his bachelor party. Like they were close. He was in Kevin Hart movies with him.
Damn.
And he come to find out that he tried to extort him.
Yeah.
What a piece of shit.
Yeah, that's fucked
Just
up.
what a 100% piece of shit.
What a stupid motherfucker. Millions, bruh? Millions. You gonna ask for millions, bruh? Come on,
Millions.
man. Millions, bruh.
And it's crazy because like
That's
the
so
FBI,
stupid.
Kevin didn't know
asked
this
for
whole
20
time.
grand, it'd been over.
So even after the fact, this man was still around him
Yeah,
after the
that's
fact.
what's crazy.
So the
Oh
FBI,
shit! Like he kept hanging out with him.
yeah,
He didn't know.
like the FBI
That's fucked up.
unearthed it last week. They tracked it. They did their due diligence, tracked him
yeah.
down, and found out who it was. And he's like, hey, this is your man's.
And that's why I'm a total supporter of leaving this St. Louis shit behind. We need to come up with a new name. I'm voting for Mound City. We can keep voting on this
Mound
shit.
City.
Yeah.
Wait, why we need to change our city name? Is the dude
I'm just done with St. Louis, man. St. Louis
What's
is
this
getting
have to do with
burnt
St.
up.
Louis?
Yeah, I mean that's
He's from St. Louis, dude.
Oh, okay. That's why I didn't know
also
that.
in the
Yeah.
same breath though. The son of the brother of T'Chaka, the actor, is from St. Louis.
Yeah,
True.
Sterling K.
Yeah,
Brown.
there you
Sterling K. Brown.
He
and
almost- he's
he has
winning
a,
right now.
He has a role in the Predators. Is
We got
coming
Tatum.
out.
Yeah.
He's in
We
that.
got Tatum
and
out
the
here.
Tatum
leading
on
We
the
got
the
Celtics.
Jason
Celtics.
Tatum.
Well, maybe.
We're doing
got
all.
some things going on.
St. Louis doing all right.
So yeah,
all right.
we got John Hamm.
We got John Hamm.
We got Pam from The Office.
Where's she from? Where's she from?
She went to school in like North
Okay, well,
County
you
or
guys
some
are
shit.
winning. You guys are winning. The old dude
Yeah.
from Z Nation, the main character guy from Z Nation.
Yeah,
he's
yeah,
from
yeah.
St. Louis.
Which one?
The dude that played the zombie guy.
Oh, is he from St. Louis?
yeah, he's
Yeah.
a famous.
I'm gonna
He's-
tell y'all
he's
what
one of the
though,
best
St.
parts of the show.
Louis.
Yeah.
Exactly.
St. Louis has its good. They just
Tell
don't
you
come
what,
back.
St. Louis.
They just leave St. Louis and don't come back.
I
They
digress.
didn't live here
No, when I
doing
worked
that
at
shit.
when I worked at the
Okay.
Apple Store in West County, Phyllis from The Office came to the Apple Store several times because she's
Phyllis
from St.
from
Louis
The
too. Phyllis, yeah,
Which one's Phyllis?
Ain't
the
John
bigger
Goodman from
lady
here?
with the glasses.
We
Sits
invented
across from
rock
Stanley.
and roll. We done things.
I mean, he's the one talking about he wants to change the
Yeah,
name.
we-
I mean, I'm still down for changing the name, but you know. I'm open for debate. I'm open for everything.
All right, guys. Moving on to the next topic. So normally we do the science facts with Ben. Ben's not here. He has previous responsibilities tonight. So we got Caleb, which is his nephew in the spot, and he's a returning guest. Fits in very well, I think, with the podcast. He's going to do literary facts.
Yeah. Yo, Ellie Kemper from Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt is also from St. Louis.
Oh yeah,
The chick
I
that
love
plays
that
Erin
show.
in The Office, the receptionist later that's goofy as shit.
Yeah.
Anyway, sorry, someone brought that up. Yeah, so literary corners, literary facts. It's going to be like word shit. So have
Great.
fun.
I don't care. No.
Go for it, man.
Everyone's
Great.
just turned
We
off
watching you.
Yeah, so when I was in college, I learned that in Latin, there's a palindrome. Y'all know what a palindrome is? Like race car backwards is still race car?
Yeah.
That shit. There's a palindrome that is in Girum Imis Nocta et Consumimur Igni. It's like an entire sentence. It's like 40 letters. It's the same forwards and backwards. It's like one of the longest palindromes, and it's an actual sentence. That means at night we walk and are consumed by fire.
In what language?
In Latin.
Latin.
Yeah.
I actually, fun fact, I'm certified in Latin.
I took like 2 or 3 years of Latin. Yeah, that shit's great.
Did you understand what he was saying?
Yeah, I knew immediately.
I said
It ain't
what
like
I
riding
said
a bike,
what I said what it meant too fast.
It
so
ain't
I-
like riding a
yeah.
bike.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know if Ben talked about this. He may have, but did he talk about the origin of the word buccaneer?
I think he
I'm
did.
sure he wants
I
to.
think he did. I think I ignored it so hard that I don't remember it.
Fucking pirate.
Fuck. All right, so
Pirate
that's not a
Ben.
thing. Well, we won't talk about that. I did have some science.
Oh,
facts,
he
though.
did. I think I don't know if he was on a podcast or in the gym. He mentioned that
it
book.
means
Nah, it wasn't the podcast.
Buccaneer means pitmaster. Like it's someone who works at barbecue.
Oh,
It
Buccaneer.
doesn't mean
I
pirate.
don't understand why they're called the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and like their
'Cause
logo
they
is a
cook
pirate ship.
Good meat, bro.
Yeah, because they
They with the beef.
The burger,
They got the meat.
barbecue. I did have some science facts. Like if you know what a thimble is.
Yeah.
If you fill that up with the
A thimble. Wait, what type of niggas you think we dealing with?
I don't know.
You know
When
what a
was,
thimble is?
when was the last time you saw a thimble?
Yesterday.
Monopoly
Weird.
game
I
last
saw.
week.
Monopoly. That's like the only
Yeah.
time.
I mean,
it's
serious. Monopoly game last
Yeah.
week.
It was
No,
that like
I
if you
yesterday.
filled up a thimble with the matter of a white dwarf, it would weigh 100 million tons.
Oh,
That's stupid.
okay, matter.
That's
That's a
stupid.
Bill Nye
Yeah.
fact.
That's some unquantifiable shit.
Yeah, that's some like weird. And we are creating concrete. We're infusing it with bacteria. That when that bacteria eats, it poops chalk. And so when the concrete cracks, hang on. When the concrete cracks from us driving over it, and water and air gets in, the bacteria eats that water and uses the air to digest, and poops chalk that refills the cracks as they form.
Or
That's cool. I'm gonna look that
or
up.
you get Otis to come and fix this goddamn streets that my taxpayers pay
Taking
for.
his jobs.
Another job gone. That's
Yo,
what,
let me. I just realized something. Elon Musk is an asshole for putting a car into orbit.
A little bit.
That's a dick move.
I
That's
know,
a
but
100%
he
science
invented
dick
something
move.
to go get it though.
Yeah, I heard about that shit.
Yeah, he
but
cleaned it
I
up.
gotta see that shit in action.
Wait, they invented something to go get it?
He's trying to invent, or in the process of inventing, I don't know which one it is, something
of
that
them.
goes into orbit and picks up trash and debris and satellite debris, and then like it drops back down or
So
some
he's
shit.
essentially
He shot
called
it
his
in
car
orbit
trash.
to prove that he could clean up space.
But dick move of the
But
week.
there's already a bunch of trash out there.
That's what he's saying. That's what he's trying to build now.
Yo, you know he shot
It's
that into
another
orbit to hide the
government
murder.
contract.
There's a body in that.
There's a body in that
Yeah,
suit. He did that to
Yo,
hide a murder.
Hey, that would be hard as fuck.
Ain't no one finding that body. It's in
Good
space.
luck finding that shit.
Damn.
That'd be hard as fuck.
That trunk pop opens, 8 bodies in that
Now,
bitch.
that's the CSI I want to see. Rip from the headlines. I want to see that shit.
CSI Space. God damn,
Someone
they
finds
ain't
it like
created that
100
yet.
years crashed into Mars.
They put Jason and Freddy Krueger in space. They gotta put CSI in space.
I don't want to see CSI.
Law and Order?
Hey, that would be some hard
That
shit.
would be
though.
some hard
Hey,
shit.
if they want to get the younger motherfuckers, like,
Yeah.
Hey,
CSI
you got
like
CSI, everything else, like CSI
I want a Law and
Space.
Order
CSI Space.
Deep
Law and Order
Space.
or
Mars.
CSI Luna.
And,
from
please,
the-
and
from
just
the
put
moon.
Ice-T in there. Just put
Just
Ice-T.
put
Put Ice-T.
That made me happy.
Man, just for exposition.
police.
He just walks in like, man, he ran all the way to the store. Like, just tells you what you already know.
Hey man, I need to watch
Ice-T
New
is
York
consistently
Undercover,
the
dog.
dude who
I
doesn't
used to
know
love that
shit
show.
everyone should know in that show.
I used to love New York Undercover.
Man, New York Undercover
Yeah, I
was
used to
the
watch that
shit,
a lot.
man. It hurt my feelings when that shit
You
went
know,
off.
you know
was
when I
like,
stopped liking it?
Let's stop liking what?
New York Undercover.
When?
Oh, I don't even.
In high school, my sister came to visit me, and my friend Tap kept on saying, I think it was like Q actually, kept on saying that my sister looks like the girl from New York Undercover, like the Latino girl.
Yeah.
So he just ruined it for me.
That's funny.
I just like didn't like
You
the
Latino,
jokes.
dog?
So quick
this
hits. Quick hits time. We just wrap us up. We gotta wrap it up.
This nigga
Oh yeah,
racially
I want to throw
ambiguous.
something out there.
What's up?
94-year-old inventor, the dude that invented the lithium-ion battery that we use now.
Yeah.
Him and his team came up supposedly with a new battery that's in a solid state using glass on the inside of the battery with triple the storage capacity. So, and this dude's like 95, and basically
He's been working with that shit all
he's
his life.
defying. Motherfuckers are saying he's defying the law of physics. People are saying he really couldn't even have done this because of, basically moving parts, in all batteries of lithium ion. That's why they overheats. You know what I'm saying? In them planes and stuff. But he's basically saying he's come up with a solid component made of glass that can still get that current charge through a battery. So I think that was hella amazing. Oliver North just became the possible president of the NRA. I thought that shit was hella crazy. If y'all know who Oliver North is, you should look him up. He's a big time criminal. It's a whole story about what he done as far as arms trafficking and just being part of the shadow government.
Yeah, there's a really good podcast you should listen to about the NRA. The podcast show is called Radio Lab. It's an NPR show.
I know.
Oh,
yeah, I
yeah.
fuck with radio, but I'm gonna look up that episode.
Yeah,
I
they
don't
have an
think I've seen
episode
that
where
one.
they talk about how overnight there was a petition that met in a group hall meeting with the members of NRA.
Mm-hmm.
Overnight, literally, from the meeting starting at 7 to 3 in the morning, they voted out every member and replaced them and changed the NRA's entire purpose.
I can believe.
It's fucked up.
Can we talk about real shit though?
It says
What?
This,
president. It say he
nuclear-
is the president.
Yeah, the nuclear deal withdrawal.
What
Did you see what the Iranian parliament was doing the next day?
They're bombing.
What they do? I don't know.
No,
No,
they
no, no,
burned
no.
the American flags and said "Death to America."
Yeah.
Like the parliament, the government,
Yeah.
set it at like on camera with an American flag, printout with
Right.
is like Arabic written on top of it, burning it. These guys in suits. This is the government.
Yeah, they ain't sent that check.
Israel's bombing Syria right now too.
This shit is gonna get fucked up.
Yeah, it's gonna get nasty. We should have never went over there fucking with them 30 and 40 years ago and replacing the sheik. They had a whole democratic thing popping off already. And then we wouldn't put our guy in power and backed him, and then we wondering why it's a North and a South Korea everywhere. Because we went over there and fucked up shit 30 and 40 years ago, and we want to act like we didn't bomb Korea's infrastructure to shit, and then, then support one side with,
Yeah.
financial gain.
It's
So,
amazing to me that
same thing we did in Iran.
It's amazing to me that our country is as fucked as it is right now, and Donald Trump is president. But Kim Jong-un and the president of South Korea are fucking hanging out, holding hands.
Oh, the last one, for real. $43 million investment, Bank of America to Remington Firearms to keep them in business. 7 banks came up to save Remington Arms. So that gun company just got saved by Bank of America. So if you bank with Bank of America, you need to realize, who you doing business
Yeah,
with.
that's good information.
Because they saved them from bankruptcy.
That's your
Yeah,
money.
it'd be
That's your money.
yeah, it's interesting.
Quick hits.
Video games. What are you guys playing?
God of War.
Boy.
Boy.
Is that it?
So I got.
That's pretty much God of War.
Okay, cool.
I played a little
I'm
Destiny
playing
yesterday.
a little cheesy. Oh yeah, Destiny just came out. I've been playing that. Which you don't play that at all, do you? Hey, PUBG and a new baseball game came out on Games with Gold. That's actually pretty solid.
Yeah, I
he
saw you
loves-
playing
he
it.
loves
Yeah, so
baseball.
me and my buddy started a team, and you can play co-op. So we've been playing together online. It's actually really fun.
It's dope.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I haven't been playing anything. I've been playing PC PUBG a little bit,
Yeah.
and I played Fortnite. They did the
The Thanos thing, yeah.
Thanos. I
How
don't
was
know.
that?
It's a little terrifying. I haven't been Thanos yet.
Oh, you
but
haven't
it's-
been him yet?
I'm not good at Fortnite. That's the third time I played Fortnite,
yeah.
and it's
Yeah,
so
I'm not good
goofy.
either.
It's
Yeah.
so, and I can't look around, so I just get shot from some.
I for real
fucking
have a hard
fuck.
time playing that game.
Yeah, and I was playing on PC too, because if you got a PC, why not?
Why not? you
Um,
can do anything.
PUBG though, I've been playing PUBG a little bit, not as much. I kind of slowed down this last week of video gaming.
I got my first
Yeah, I've been
solo
on.
chicken dinner while you were in the party.
Yeah,
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was some riveting shit.
I think I had mine a few days before yours, and
It's a good feeling.
It's a different feeling. It's a
Yeah.
different oh shit, that was
Yeah.
all me.
Yeah, you're like, oh, I'm the reason I won.
Yeah.
Like, that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Yeah. You don't play games.
I play chess. I'm just being honest, man. That's what I do.
It's
bro.
interesting,
Like,
too.
I mean, it's a
goddamn.
game. It's a game.
Yeah, man, it is a game. You know?
Movies.
I'm not good at it.
Anybody seen any good movies?
What did I watch recently? Infinity War is pretty good.
I watched Infinity
Yeah, I
War
heard
twice.
this movie called. You guys heard about Infinity War?
It's pronounced Infinity.
I didn't watch no movie. Well, I did probably watch. I watched that Denzel Washington.
I got a question though
I have a good one.
Joint. What's up? Go ahead. Go ahead.
about Infinity War. Is it rude to tell people to not leave?
No.
Or like, you should do that, right?
No, at this
No,
point,
no,
Like,
no,
if
no.
you know.
At this point, you're rude if you leave a Marvel movie before you've seen the last
The
thing.
first night, people left. A few people left, and everyone just like laughed. The second time I saw it, it was other people's second time seeing it too. So if they left, like
Yeah,
I
it
was
was
sitting next to
alright.
DJ Moff, and he was like, "Yeah, I already saw it. I'm about to go." Like, all right, man.
Yeah.
So
I'm pretty sure I screened the movie with Rocky. I'm pretty sure. Rocky
yeah, he was
in
in
the
there.
theater.
Yeah, he was in the theater.
That DC Suicide Squad animation movie
Is that good?
is fire.
Is it good?
Fire.
Is that a
It's
rental
fire.
or is it a purchase? Should I buy it?
I
or
would
rent
buy
it?
that one.
Alright.
And I wouldn't buy the that.
What is
that,
it on, though?
That Batman.
What is it streaming?
London
Oh, you gotta
shit.
buy it.
Yeah.
Oh, you have to buy it.
You know me. I
yeah,
I
I'll
don't give
get
a
it.
fuck about none of that.
I get it.
But you know what I'm saying? That Batman Gotham London joint, that was it was alright. It was a little too
you watch-
antique, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it was cool though.
Did you watch
I just-
Batman Ninja?
I did. And Batman Ninja is off the chain,
Dude,
bruh.
it's wicked.
Batman Ninja
It's
is off the
super wicked.
chain, man. I ain't seen no animation blends like that in quite some time, if ever. You know what I'm saying? I thought they
Yeah.
was gonna lose me a little bit. It was a little bit corniness there.
It takes a second to get in. Yeah.
yeah, but I really like it. I like where they're taking the brand for the 21st century. That's something I can rock with.
Chill. There's a Predator trailer.
I like
didn't
Lost
know
in
it.
Space. That TV show is fire on
Oh,
Netflix.
yeah.
I fuck with the new Z Nation. All that shit is better than
know it.
Walking Dead.
It is. Walking
you know
Dead
what I'm saying?
is
For
dead.
forever.
Z Nation still.
Walking Dead is
and
done,
Meteor Man
dog.
is better than Black Panther.
That's a lie. There's a film
an
that I
argument.
stumbled on by Chloe Grace Moretz called "Let Me In," and it's a 2010 British romantic horror film.
Is it a vampire movie?
Oh,
Yes.
that's the one you
Yeah.
told me.
Oh,
saw
let
it?
me in.
No,
Yeah,
I know of
about
it though.
I ain't watched
It's on
it yet.
Netflix.
I think it's in like an English
Finna check that
speaking
out.
version of like a Swedish movie called Let the Right One In.
I don't know, but
It's
it was
about like a
so
little
good.
girl that's a vampire that's that's hanging out with a little boy that's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whew.
Ooh, it's fucking ooh.
Let
It
me
was
in.
so good. It was one of those
Is it
movies.
good or is it scary?
No, it's Chloe.
Thrilling.
Goetz Mars.
Chloe Grace Moretz.
Chloe Grace Moretz. So it's the girl who played Hit Girl in Kick
Fuck
Ass.
yeah.
Did you watch that one movie I told you how to watch?
No, but let me finish. Really, just go see the movie. See the movie. It's on Netflix. Let Me In.
Yeah.
Let
Fucking
me in.
fire.
I'm fucking with it.
Yeah.
That one creepy movie. I can't remember. It's on Netflix though. It's about a girl living by herself.
You gotta write
And-
these things down, Nate.
Yeah.
Is it a zombie movie?
No, it's kind of just a
Speaking of zombie movies,
thriller.
Last Train to Busan. Who's seen it?
Ooh,
seen it, super
Last
fire.
Train to Busan's super good.
Yeah, he should
Yeah.
have hung
Yeah.
out with his daughter.
Yeah.
It's one of the best zombie movies I've
It's one of
watched.
the best zombie movies I've ever seen.
I
Yeah.
fuck with Silicon Valley. I'm just getting hip to that show. I don't
Yeah.
know
That
if
show's
y'all
good.
hip to
That
That
show's
show's
good.
real good.
I'm in like season 3 of that
Yeah,
joint, so
that
that's
show's
hella
solid.
fire. I'm
I just
catching
been
up with
watching
Agents
Atlanta.
of S.H.I.E.L.D. I still fuck with Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I'm fucking with the second season of Atlanta.
Y'all need to finish Atlanta.
Loving it.
Love it.
I haven't watched season 2.
So good.
Yo, this is gonna make me sound real bad. My wife has been watching Jane the Virgin on Netflix.
True.
And that show's actually really fun.
What's Jane the Virgin?
It's about a
Oh, I know what you're
Hispanic
talking
chick
about,
who
yeah.
gets it's really good. Like I genuinely enjoy it. I don't think I would watch it on my own. But when it's on, I'm not like, oh my god. And my wife watches some stuff that I'm like, oh my god, I need to.
Yeah, you feel me?
Oh,
I can-
it's
I
this
can
show
agree.
called The Last Man Alive. I've been watching that shit.
That show's funny.
It's
I
worth
love
watching,
it.
man.
The Last Man on Earth, right?
That's
Last
that
Man on
Hulu-
Earth.
that's that Hulu show,
Yeah,
right?
Last Man.
No, it's a TV
Is that
show.
what it
It's
is?
on
Last
Hulu.
Man on
It's
Earth?
Last Man on
It's
Earth.
on
I really
Yeah.
like it. Obviously, I got one problem. It's, but that's it.
Right. Black Lightning is stupid fire, and it's one of the best shows on TV.
I've heard
for
that's
real.
good.
It's top 2 for real.
I didn't like the first 3 episodes, but I shall finish it.
Have y'all seen the trailer for Luke Cage season 2?
I did see that trailer. I was a little disappointed, but I'm
disappointed. And I'm gonna tell you where I'm disappointed.
What was that?
It felt like a lot of the same stuff from the first season. Like the whole like I was watching it like I just hope he doesn't find a way to lose his powers again and get fucked up again and we do that whole thing again. And sure as soon as I thought it,
happens, yeah.
as soon as I thought it,
He gets
punched and his Fuck out of here.
Oh, have
I
y'all
don't think
seen the trailer for the new Superfly?
Yeah, I saw that.
I haven't seen that.
Yeah.
I don't want to see it.
Oh, I saw
It's
the
coming
trailer
out of
was
Atlanta,
up, and I haven't
man.
watched it.
I think that's gonna be a very big movie in the culture, unfortunately. You know what I'm
maybe.
saying?
I don't know. I feel like
I think
we
they
need
putting
more.
a good spin on it.
We've had that, haven't we?
Are we done? You cut out?
Didn't Samuel L. Jackson do that? Or was that Shaft?
I mean, they're similar, right?
Oh, we still got music. I'm just packing up.
I'm just standing up, man. I moved the mic right next to my face.
All right, guys.
I've been sitting in this seat,
anybody
man.
listening
My
to
ass hurt.
any new music? There's this guy named Prof, P-R-O-F, that I've been listening to. I saw his name I saw his video pop up on an Instagram sponsored message, and the video looked amazing. So I looked at the song was dope as fuck. It's like mid-30 white guy from Minneapolis, but he's like surrounded by black folks and he's rapping his ass off and he's really fucking good. The
Okay.
videos are really good. I listened to his album. He had a few slaps on there, a couple slaps,
With the slaps.
Over pronouncing the.
a couple slaps on there. He had some slaps.
Yeah.
So it has some bangers on there. I liked it a lot. Prof, check him out. I think he's really dope.
Yep.
I'm always rocking with Cambada. He just dropped a project called the Kabbalah. No, he called it the Kambala, which is based off the Kabbalah, which is super fire, God hop shit. And I'm fucking with this other kid, Shada Spence. He's like I think he's like an Asian American kid, but he really goes live. He's with the young generation. He do some live little music. I like him, Shada Spence and
Dope.
Cambata.
Real quick, I also found this video via the homie E. Fleazy out in L.A. by this guy named Jado, and he can rap, but he made a really funny song called Beyonce. It's really fucking clever.
They
and
all
it's
do.
it's
It better be good.
Halle Berry.
it's pretty fucking funny. And it's an LA song, but it's dope.
I've been listening to Bishop Briggs' new album. It's super solid. And Lord Huron, which I know none of y'all listen to Lord Huron.
Fuck
so.
no, I don't know what you're talking about. What
It's
genre?
good.
I've heard the name for some reason.
Lord Huron's real like.
What's the
what's
genre?
it's hard to tell. Like if you tap it on
like
on
MF Doom type shit?
it'll say alternative, but it's like desert rock.
I've never heard of that.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
no. I've
It's
heard the
super
Burning
name.
Man music?
No,
Desert
not
rock?
at all. Not at all. No, it's like music you would imagine to hear if you were watching a movie about like
Like at a rave at Merrimack
cowboys.
Caverns.
No, if you're watching a movie about cowboys,
Okay.
like guitars and like drums, not like electronic music, none of that shit.
I've been listening to that Ray Sherman album.
Hold on, let
That
me
shit
play
is
it. Let me
fire,
play a
Ray.
song.
No. That's all I'm doing. We're not going to get into all that.
Yeah, man, because then you're going to get your
Yeah, then we won't be able to.
copyright.
Yeah, we can't really
Oh.
play songs.
That
You
Ray
got 30
Sherman is
seconds.
fire,
You
though.
got 30 seconds.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, I like the Ray Sherman album. It's too long. Too long.
It is too long.
Too long.
They wanted to break. They made history, though.
I guess. That's it. Episode 13 is in the books. We went definitely over time. Thank you for Caleb for coming through at lub_wub.
Nope, just love wub. No
Underscore?
No
I made that
underscore.
up. I made that up.
You did.
God damn it. Just lub
You
wub.
even tagged me in your thing today.
Doesn't mean
without
anything.
without the underscore.
That doesn't mean anything, man. My memory is fleeting. We got Hate Nate.
Hey, Nate. I'm trying to get on Black Twitter, y'all. Help me out.
If you're on Twitter and you're black, you're already in.
Yeah, no, I'm talking about the inner workings and that shit. Like,
Siraj,
I'm
he's not
trying
on
to get
social media.
retweeted by
No, I'm not on
and
social
Mero.
media yet, but you can check me out at the African Arts Festival this month, May 26th to 27th, and then June 21st. You can check me out at the Make Music STL Festival. They got stages set up all over the city. So, yeah.
And this episode was sponsored by Suburban Pro Studios. If you are in the St. Louis area and you need a top-notch studio with multiple rooms to record in, Suburban Pro is your studio. With affordable rates, amazing engineers, and top-notch equipment, can't go wrong with perfecting your sound at Suburban Pro Studios.
But that's real, though. That's like some real shit. It's like
you-
the best
I was
shit.
gonna write it down.
Did you memorize that shit?
No, I just
Hey,
freestyled
this
that.
motherfucker
That's
check
really
code.
good.
Sound like the brilliant idiots when they do their commercial spots.
Yeah, well,
You did a great job.
thank you. All right, check us out next time.
He didn't have no script.
No script, guys.
He
It was real
freestyled
good.
that
It
shit.
was real good. It was
Thank
real
you.
good.
I'm gonna have to remember that and then write that down. I'll just play back. All right, yeah.
Peace.
Peace.